Or defy their destinies in Disgaea 6, Defiance of Destiny. Hey, this guy right here defying his destiny. Get a load of that. Anyway, there's also Curve Space, which takes classic arcade action but makes it like all curvy and in space. That's on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, Switch, and PC. And finally, PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One owners can revisit the classic 16-bit LucasArts games Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol and see if they are as brutally hard as you remember them being way back in 4th grade, and I think they are, even with the additional save states for the re-release. Oh, also at some point in June, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis is supposedly fully launching. It is currently in beta, but only in the West on Xbox and PC, but I guess it's on PS4 and Switch in Japan, and I don't know if that's going to change at some point. They should probably send out an email or something. Anyway, as always, we probably forgot something or got something wrong or something got announced or delayed or canceled since we shot this video, but this month we have a good excuse for being behind, and that is we're getting ready for E3, where they're going to announce all kinds of new games, and I'll have to start thinking of clever, funny ways to announce their release dates in a video 5 months from now, and also think of excuses for why we forgot to put stuff into the July video, which we'll make a month from now. As always, thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it. Actually, no, I'm a little bit mad because enough of you watched these videos that it was a success, and now they make me do one that's for all of the stuff that's coming to the different video streaming platforms. So if you want to find out what's on Netflix or Hulu or Disney Plus or Amazon Prime Video or Shudder or Quibbly or Gumbo or whatever they're called, if you like to watch stuff as well as play stuff, go check that out. It's on the IGN channel. Did you know that Paramount Plus is getting 1,000 movies next month? I'm not joking. 1,000. I'm not even gonna list them all. I'm gonna go take a nap. Thank you. Good night.
Mass Effect, released in 2007, set the bar for what players expected from RPGs during the 360 era. It was entirely voice-acted, used a branching conversation system that allowed for different outcomes in each situation, and promised to have narrative ties that would last the entire trilogy. Pitched over dinner by Casey Hudson as a sci-fi RPG, he believed that it would become a mainstream phenomenon and a must-have game for the Xbox 360. Fast forward 14 years later, and we're on the precipice of seeing Mass Effect Legendary Edition release on modern-day consoles and PC to much fanfare, meaning I'd say the entire BioWare team delivered on that goal. We've been given early access to some footage that showcases dramatic updates to the original Mass Effect and a peek at how Mass Effect 2 and 3 will also be improved. But let's start with a closer look at the original, the one that needed the most care, to take a look at how it's been updated. Beginning with the combat sequence, we get our first look at the updated HUD, and yes, your weapons will still use a cooldown system and not thermal clips like in Mass Effect 2 and 3. In addition, the weapons use a different reticle, and there are no longer class-specific weapon restrictions that make certain guns unusable for certain classes. But let's talk about the textures for a second. Using AI upscaling, the new look of this garage scene on Noveria is night and day when compared to the 360. The specifics may appear subtle, but one I can point out in this scene is a much more natural, soft effect of the lighting. They're using ambient occlusion in the scene, which you can see more clearly on the boxes that emit shadows. Stepping away from combat for a moment, we also got a tour of the main hub in Noveria. This footage opens with an amazing look at the new female Shepard model as she exits the elevator. The character models looked a lot better in Mass Effect 3, and with the new character model feature, you can start Mass Effect 1 as that iconic female Shepard. The lighting and camera placement is changed here too, putting you a little bit closer to the characters as they move through the levels or down elevators. The Noveria port has been heavily reworked in Legendary Edition, and you see some small elements as you exit the elevator. Couches have cushions, and the textures on the walls and concrete floors have been reworked. In the main hallway, they've added light fixtures across the entire room and even removed large pieces of geometry that previously would break up your path. Here's what BioWare's Mac Walters had to say about why the wall was removed.
The wall and why the wall came down in Novaria, right? You'll see them probably more so throughout Mass Effect 1. They were really just meant for streaming occlusion, essentially sightlines, right? In large open spaces, which we had quite a few of in Mass Effect 1. Whatever the game has to render is going to start to hit your performance. So when you have a wall there, when you come off the elevator, it just means that you don't have to show the whole level and load the whole level and have everything on screen as soon as you get off the elevator. And so the art team wanted to try taking it out, and it worked great, and I think it looks awesome.
When you reach the garage with the Mako inside, you'll also notice an additional lighting in the room and objects that have been completely remodeled. Even on the Mako, there's texture and dirt on the tires, and it looks a lot more rugged and used. Looking at the provided Mako footage is really interesting to me because this is one of the key areas of the original that needed work. The original Mako was floaty, bouncy, and while I can't comment on how the Mako controls now, as I haven't played it yet, we did get to see two driving sections. The first is directly after you leave the Novaria port, and again the new textures on the ice-covered mountain are immediately visible, but if you watch the Mako drive, you might notice some changes, like a boost feature. Here's BioWare producer Renata Cronin on how the Mako changed.
It is so much better now. We've made it better in that it handles better, it targets better. You know, we changed up the reticle when you're shooting with the Mako now so that it actually hits where you're aiming, which is very awesome, because it didn't used to do that before. You know, we've added boosters to it as well. We're still in the process of sort of tweaking it a little bit, so this clip right here is not necessarily representative of the end product, but it's got all the major improvements that we wanted. Now we're just playing around with, you know, how weighty does it feel, because it's still a little bit floaty, as you can see, but now it feels more, you know, like you're driving a tank and not, you know, the car that floats for some reason.
Later, we also got a peek at a Thresher Maw fight on Antibar that shows another gameplay addition. Yes, the Thresher Maw still moves around, but now with a trail so you have a clearer picture of where they're headed with each movement. That should result in fewer instant deaths. There's also a new sensory tentacle phase to the encounter, where you need to avoid the maw and the tentacles as you battle. At the finale, you can notice the plumes of smoke have a lot more body to them also. I'm a little more hopeful about the Mako after seeing this footage. All of this is on top of massively decreased loading times provided by hardware advances like faster hard drives. This is a side-by-side shot of the original and Legendary Edition. As you can see, you can choose to instantly be at your destination, while in the original, you would be waiting for a significant period of time. And two smaller but important systems we gotta look at were the inventory system and character creator. So the inventory system has been reworked, and it seems you can more easily sort, dismantle, and compare your gear for you and your squad mates. This also applies to the store, which looks to give you different view options depending on what you're looking to buy and sell. The character creator, which allows you to create a character before you begin playing any of the games in the trilogy, is also drastically updated. The original benefits the most from this, and I've gone back to see how close I can get the 2007 character models to the new models, but the options just aren't comparable. There are more hairstyles, more makeup options, more skin tone options, and you're really allowed to go all out. Looking at Mass Effect 2, we didn't see nearly as much, but there's a lot more detail in what we did see than I expected. The outfits have been reworked, meaning no more orange suits, and all of the outfits available in Mass Effect 3 are now available in Mass Effect 2. And while I don't have any fish at this point in my Mass Effect 2 save, what you should really be looking at is in the new game, as there are improved reflections on the tank itself.
So what we're doing there is instead of doing a screen space reflection, we're doing what's called a render to texture. So you're basically just re-rendering the world in a texture in that space. And so you have to be very careful where you can use them, because you can imagine a scenario where if you use it in the wrong space, you're basically paying twice for your rendering, right?
The rest of the Normandy benefits tremendously from the facelift. In Lair of the Shadow Broker, the lighting is changed as you can see in the distance, but most changes in this expansion are subtle. The 4K assets are very apparent, and they may have added a depth of field effect, which I noticed on the ship. In addition, there are a few moments where the new lighting reflects off of surfaces, like at the end of this footage when the array is retracted. Here's BioWare producer Brennan Holmes with a few thoughts.
Mostly it's just graphical improvements here, right? So like on the gameplay side, it's mostly just been bug fixes for Mass 2. We're pretty happy with kind of where Mass 2 is at, but you can see sort of improved visual effects here. Lighting's a lot better. I think I could probably talk a little bit about the DLC stuff as well in here. So it's now embedded in various stores, or you can get it through upgrades in the Normandy. Like DLC is always the fun time when it's, you got all your tools and everything, and everyone just kind of goes crazy. And I remember them pitching this concept around like, yeah, let's have a fight on the outside of the ship, and it'll be like, in the lightning storm with all this stuff going on. And that was just a really cool concept.
And last but certainly not least is Mass Effect 3, which does benefit from all the texture updates, character model updates, and anti-aliasing improvements. But because it was so polished at launch, I asked BioWare what players can expect for the third entry in the series. Here's what Mac Walters had to say about this already stellar entry.
I think it's in the sort of global improvements where you're going to feel it in ME3. The interesting thing there is we knew that Mass Effect 1 would need the most work, but we also wanted to leave everything on the table if there were things that we really wanted to improve there. And the more we sort of dug into 3, we felt like, look, we are more at risk of taking something that was pretty damn good and making it worse, or just making a lateral move where it's different, but is it actually better? And a lot of times we just said, yeah, no, it's fine. Gameplay, everything is good the way it is. There were bugs, and we couldn't fix all of them, but we fixed a lot of them, sort of thing, and we would find them all throughout all 3 games, sort of thing. So I think that's another thing. And you probably would go, oh yeah, this feels less buggy. But if you were to play them side by side, you'd be like, oh, okay, yes, I see what you did there. You'd be like, oh, okay, yes, I see what you did there. Putting them all together with all of the DLC, including things like, armor packs and alternate appearances and stuff like that. And when you get all of that content together, and there is less of that sort of what I would call friction in Mass Effect 1 that kind of is like, oh boy, I like it, but it's really making me work for it. It does feel like a whole experience. It together feels very obviously modernized, but it just feels more than the sum of its parts.
I was already sold on playing through the series once more, and the Legendary Edition gives me the perfect opportunity. The first Mass Effect might just be my favorite game ever made because of the promise of biotic-powered gameplay, stellar storytelling unlike anything I had seen at the time, and space exploration to unique planets. I look forward to jumping back in this May. A special thank you to BioWare for providing the commentary today and for making this amazing trilogy. It is honestly a game that will always be special to me, and I'm so happy to see the amount of care going into this remaster. I'll be doing a full performance review on the final code, so keep an eye out to see how it runs on each platform. In the meantime, if you're looking for performance reviews, keep an eye on IGN Games, as myself and my colleague Michael release new episodes each week, so be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And a personal note from me to you, thank you for watching. I just love making this series. For more on all things gaming, we've got you covered at IGN.
The guerrilla fantasy of building a revolution from scratch has been a staple of the Far Cry games, and although Far Cry 6 looks to carry on in that tradition, there's plenty of newness here too. During my hands-off preview and interview with lead designer David Gravel, I was impressed with the fresh systems the team has baked into the latest game. For a series with Far Cry's pedigree and built-in player base, they took bigger swings than they strictly needed to, from tweaking the game's outpost system to introducing the possibility of Hitman-like stealth to a wild array of cobbled-together weapons that will definitely get more into. Above all else, the game aims to put more options at your disposal than ever before. In Far Cry 6, you'll team up with a band of revolutionaries calling themselves Libertad, working to overthrow the fascist regime of El Presidente Anton Castillo, and free a Caribbean island state and Cuba-like called Yara. It's through Libertad that players learn the art of resolver, a guerrilla concept of using every resource at your disposal. The developers weren't afraid to run with that idea, to the point of sometimes taking things a little over the top, and I mean that in a good way. By scrapping together various items, you'll unlock weapons like El Pequeño, a massive minigun powered by a motorcycle engine, or a gun rigged out of an old portable CD player that blasts the Macarena while you down baddies. And let's talk Supremos, customizable super weapons you deploy from a backpack. At the preview session, they mostly showed the one that fires a barrage of rockets in all directions when you're desperate, but the game will naturally feature a number of different Supremos, including some that support a stealthy playstyle. And stealth has a new meaning in Far Cry 6 as well. There's a holstering system this time around, and in-game checkpoints the player can talk, bribe, or shoot their way through. It's now a legitimate option to blend in and lay low. Until you don't. Once the S hits the F, you'll be able to make your getaway in a slew of new ways. You could take a guerrilla path, one of Libertad's hidden corridors through the dense jungle, hop into one of your customizable rides complete with jets coming out of the exhaust, or mount your horse and disappear into the hills. Speaking of horses, Far Cry 6 seems to have taken a page out of Red Dead 2's book, adding camp activities to the bases you unlock and develop, giving players more of a reason to hang out at HQ. Animal companions are also back, with at least 2 spotted in preview footage. There's Guapo, an alligator with a taste for man flesh. Good grok. And Chorizo, an adorable little doggy used to distract enemies during stealth runs. We were also promised that FND bases, what this game calls outposts, have been varied in an attempt to refresh the time-honored Ubisoft tradition of killing some dudes and changing the color of that part of the map. That said, we didn't get to see a base takeover in action, so how much these tweaks really alter remains to be seen. But it's clear that the Far Cry 6 team have taken some risks with the formula, while maintaining the core gameplay elements they've refined over the years. Yara's unique mashup of Far Cry's standard jungle environments and an aging Comunista city-state is already a bold move, and like the Yarans themselves, the dev team seem to have taken that momentum and tried their best to utilize every part of the animal. We'll see if the borderline zany combat clashes with what seems to be the fairly serious tone of the storyline, but ultimately, I'm excited to see such a well-worn franchise trying out a few new maneuvers, and I definitely left the preview session more excited for Far Cry 6. David Gravel also led the Far Cry Primal team, so he's no stranger to unique entries in the series. It looks like he's bringing the same sort of originality to this game, beefed up with the systems introduced in 5 and plenty of new ones to boot. Hopefully, it all comes together and makes for a wild, dictator-deposing ride. For more on the world of Yara, the complete written version of this preview, and everything Far Cry 6, hit up IGN.
Good boy.
I never knew so many people lived around here. Get to the store and you'll be fine. Need to reload.
Need ammo.
What have we here? Need that.
"12 years ago, a small development team owned by Valve known as Valve South dropped a little game called Left 4 Dead, a zombie-themed co-op first-person shooter that pit 4 players against a zombie horde and forced them to look out for the group as opposed to just looking out for the individual if they hope to survive. This helped give birth to a whole new subgenre of co-op survival first-person shooters. And while Valve continued the legacy with Left 4 Dead 2, the original developers of Left 4 Dead, now reformed as Turtle Rock Studios, had not returned to the genre that they helped pioneer. That changes with Back 4 Blood, an appropriately titled 4-player zombie-themed co-op survival shooter that goes into closed alpha testing starting today. And if my early impressions are anything to go off of, it's good to have Turtle Rock back where they belong. So much of Back 4 Blood is directly inspired by Left 4 Dead that I think it's actually important to lead off with the areas in which it tries to be different. And nowhere is that more apparent than in its deck building system. In Back 4 Blood, you actually build a deck of cards that you take in with you to each level. These cards are broken into 4 categories: Reflex, Discipline, Brawn, and Fortune. Reflex cards typically focus on granting bonuses to speed or stamina. Discipline cards are all about efficiency, so they offer buffs that give better accuracy, better healing, more ammo, and so on. Brawn cards buff your health, damage, and resistances. And finally, Fortune cards focus on cards that give you a % chance of something happening. along with other general utility-focused boons, like the ability to have unlimited ammo on your secondary weapon, or being able to shoot while sprinting. You select 15 of these cards to build your deck, and at the beginning of every level, you'll draw 3 and pick 1 card 4 times. And those 4 cards that you choose will be your starting set of active buffs and boons that you'll take with you into the first part of the level. Every time you hit a safe room and move on to the next act, you'll be able to add another active card into the mix. On the flip side of that though are the corruption cards, played by the game's AI director. Each level begins with a selection of corruption cards that inform the players of what enemies and obstacles they can expect to face. Just like how you're able to add new active cards at the beginning of every new act, there are also new corruption cards that are added that will throw a new curveball at you. Whether it be fog that makes it hard to see faraway threats, more zombie hordes, a giant ogre that you have to fight right at the start of the act, and so on. The limited nature of the alpha prevented me from really seeing the depth of the deck system, since there's only really one level and a relatively small selection of corruption cards that can change up how the level is played, but the idea seems really promising, especially the interplay between being able to see what corruption cards are coming up, and then being able to plan out with your team what active cards you want to bring in into the next act as a way to prepare. It adds another layer of teamwork and coordination, since you have to ensure that you're not doubling up on cards and have all your bases covered. Another big change to the formula is the addition of a mini shop at the beginning of each new act. Instead of being gifted with new weapons and items at a safe house, instead you're given the opportunity to choose what you want to outfit yourself with before moving on. You do this with a resource called copper, which you can find out in the levels themselves in scarce amounts. This is actually a pretty big change, since you no longer find any sort of health or item pickups in safe rooms. It's up to you to purchase them all for yourself, and if you don't have the 500 copper to afford a first aid kit, you're gonna have to make the tough decision of whether you want to save that copper for the next act, or use what you have to load up on ammo, grenades, or whatever else you can afford. Everything else is pretty much as you would expect of a co-op zombie survival shooter developed by the team that essentially brought the genre into existence. You'll need to stick together with your team, since there are special zombies that can incapacitate and eventually kill you if you're not assisted by a teammate. Wretches behave almost identically to boomers and will explode in a burst of bile that can attract the horde. Hawkers spit loogies at you that can slow you down and potentially lock you in place. And snitches will creep around until they're startled, at which point they'll alert the horde if not killed fast enough. And then there are the giant zombies like the ogre, which seem nearly indestructible and force my team to turn tail and run if we wanted to live to fight another day. Likewise, the one level that we got to play was also very reminiscent of Left 4 Dead in terms of its structure and objectives. In one part, we had to hold strong against a bunch of zombies while a loud gravel filler dropped enough rocks to give us a ramp to scurry up to climb over a wall, and in another, we had to blast away a propane tank and then book it across a collapsed bridge in order to escape the pursuing zombie horde attracted by the noise. And then there's also some interesting set pieces that felt completely new. Being forced to contend with a giant ogre while also trying to find a way through a cluttered tunnel was all sorts of stressful in the best kind of way. And having to split up the team to plant 2 bombs on a cruise liner while 2 others hung back and provided cover with mounted turrets was a nice climatic way to cap off the level. It's also worth mentioning that despite going through the campaign 3 times, no 2 runs ever felt the same. Obviously, the card system does a lot of that heavy lifting by changing things up every act, but on a base level, there's a ton of randomization at play in terms of enemy and item placements. Certain rooms that were completely empty on one run would be chock full of zombies on another. Doors that were once completely safe to open might now have an alarm that triggers the horde if you carelessly open them. There's just a ton of stuff happening under the hood to ensure that these levels are as replayable as they can be. Overall, my first experience with Back 4 Blood felt like just the right balance between old and familiar and new and fresh. Turtle Rock obviously knows this genre inside and out, and the ways in which they're emphasizing player choice through deck customization and vendors at the end of every act feels like a smart shift in direction that still stays true to its roots. Thanks for watching, and for more Back 4 Blood, keep it here on IGN.
From Disney heroes like Iron Man and Mickey Mouse, to spiky-haired soldiers with buster swords and uncomfortably long-limbed creepy hat creatures, few publishers have as varied a portfolio to show off as Square Enix. Square had quite the wild 12 months, with long-awaited and long-delayed games finally seeing the light. Let's take a look back, and content warning, I hope you aren't already sick of the words Final Fantasy, because you may be after we've finished here. First though, I'm going to cheat. Let's talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake, which technically did come out over 12 months ago now, but it just doesn't feel right to talk about Square's year without it. Not only was the long-awaited RPG a critical success, but it went a long way towards ensuring Square was a profitable company in 2020. In fact, it did so well that the company's releasing it again this month as Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, complete with PS5 improvements and new story content centered around everyone's favourite materia thief, Yuffie. But what about the next full part of that remake? With no word on when to expect it, maybe a reveal is an outside bet for what we could see at this E3 showcase. There's plenty more Final Fantasy VII to tide us over until then though, with both the First Soldier and Ever Crisis recently revealed. The former, a mobile battle royale game, and the latter another, yes really, remake of Final Fantasy VII, this time reverting back to its traditional turn-based combat. Is that enough Final Fantasy for you? Well, Square certainly doesn't think so.
Isn't that what you want?
The past 12 months has seen the continued resurgence of Final Fantasy XIV Online, with more players joining the MMO than ever, an upgraded version released, plus the announcement of the Endwalker expansion coming later in 2021 that will take players to the moon. Insert, that wizard came from the moon joke here. Yes, we are almost halfway through this thing, but there's still more Final Fantasy to talk about. I did warn you. Revealed at September's PlayStation 5 event, Final Fantasy XVI looks to be bringing the series back to its more medieval fantasy roots. With little known apart from some backstory about the game's fictional setting of Valisthea, there's plenty more we'd love to find out, and this year's E3 looks like the perfect place to do that. And now for something completely different. Last summer saw the long-awaited arrival of Marvel's Avengers, which really did turn out to be a game of two halves. Crystal Dynamics' interpretations of beloved superheroes and the single-player campaign that introduced us to them was a fun, action-packed 6 to 8 hours. Sadly, its post-game, gear-chasing online component didn't really live up to billing. It's been a rocky few months since launch for Avengers, with a dwindling player base and lack of content, two major issues for any live service game. There is a potential saviour on the horizon though, in the form of Black Panther. The War for Wakanda expansion is set to drop later this year, which needs to give players enough reason to flood back in order to steady the ship. Square does at least have form here. It more than made up for a troubled start to Final Fantasy XIV's life. Let's hope the same attitude is applied here. It's not all been doom and gloom. People Can Fly's looter-shooter Outriders hit the spot for many thanks to its power trip combat and addictive gear loop. People Can Fly's previously teased big expansions that will add to Outriders' story, so that's something to keep an eye out for this E3. Near Replicant version 1.2247448713 ... showed off more unique delights from the mind of Yoko Taro with this upgraded version of the Nier Automata prequel. Bravely Default 2 gave us a beautiful RPG to play on the Nintendo Switch, and rhythm action spin-off Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory hit all the nostalgic notes it needed to. And then there was Balan Wonderworld. Maybe less said about that one the better. So what can we expect from Square Enix soon? We know that Life is Strange True Colors is due to come out in September, and while we've got a decent look at it recently, a reveal of this entry's spin on the series' gameplay seems like something we'll see soon. Neo, The World Ends With You, the long-awaited sequel to the 2007 action RPG The World Ends With You, is arriving as soon as July. Plus Babylon's Fall, the painterly looking epic full of trademark Platinum Games action that we've heard pretty much nothing about since this time last year. Surely it must be time to see more. Then there are the games currently scheduled for 2022. Project Athia was recently retitled as Forspoken, another game we know very little about apart from a post-apocalyptic setting and an abundance of dragons. Then there's Project Triangle Strategy, the spiritual successor to Octopath Traveler that hasn't even been given a proper title yet, but has received a full playable proof of concept concept demo. These are both games we'd love to know more about, but wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear anything for a while yet. So that's everything we know is going on in the world of Square Enix. But what about the reveals we can only guess at right now? It's always fun to speculate, right? So let's have a go at it. It's been a couple of years now since we've heard what Lara Croft is up to. Has the time come for Tomb Raider to make a comeback at this E3? Yoko Taro has confirmed he's begun work on a new game that he, quote, has no idea how to explain or sell. Might be a bit of a long shot to see it right now, but you never do know with him. There's also Deus Ex and Thief, franchises with passionate fan bases who would surely love to see more. The truth is, there's no way of knowing until Square shares all with the world this summer, although surely they don't have yet another Final Fantasy game to announce just yet. Surely. One thing is for certain though, very few publishers are able to match the variety that Square Enix offers on a yearly basis, and you can more or less guarantee that that will continue.
The PS5 and Xbox Series X have only been available for 6 months, but already the newest generation of consoles has been a busy one. From big exclusives to console updates and problems to much more, PlayStation and Xbox's newest consoles are off to a fascinating start. How have they stacked up so far, and has much changed since launch day? Well, IGN's Jonathan Dornbush and Ryan McCaffrey are here to answer just that, starting things off with a look at next-gen exclusives that have launched in the last few months.
So I'd say it's been pretty quiet across the board for next-gen games since both of these consoles launched last November, but at least on Sony's side, I think like with launch day, they've been doing a little better than Xbox on the exclusive games front. We've gotten Destruction All-Stars, which launched in February, and while it definitely had a bit of a light launch, they've been adding to it and improving it and definitely supporting it since that launch day. And then of course in April, we got Returnal from Housemarque, and though there have been a lot of talk about whether or not it should have some save states in it, it definitely showed that Housemarque can make a pretty impressive third-person action game that really takes advantage of what the PS5 is doing and things like the DualSense and 3D audio. It's a really nice mix of showing off what a next-gen game can be.
Sadly, still, big system-selling games remain the Achilles heel for Microsoft. We're 6 months in, and there is exactly one game that is completely exclusive to the next-gen Xbox, meaning not available on PlayStation, not available on Xbox One. That game's The Medium. And, hey, it's a good game, but it's not exactly, pumping as much next-gen iron in the gym as, say, Returnal is or Demon's Souls. But still, first-party reinforcements are coming for Microsoft, and the good news is, once they finally do arrive, it's probably never gonna stop again. I mean, they bought Bethesda after all. It's a lot of reinforcements. They are gonna kick it off. They got this year. So Microsoft Flight Simulator, which looks like it's gonna be a next-gen only release on console. And then of course, Halo Infinite in the fall. On the Bethesda side, we're still not quite sure what's gonna happen with Starfield. Is it gonna be exclusive? Is there some sort of deal there with Sony like there was with Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo? But if indeed Starfield is exclusive, that is going to be the ace of Microsoft's sleeve. You've got a new Todd Howard game that could be exclusive to Xbox. But Jonathan, one area where Microsoft obviously wins by a one-punch TKO, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out style, is game subscription services. Xbox Game Pass is so good, my friend, that it has actually stolen one of your exclusives. MLB The Show is on Game Pass on Xbox, and it used to be, of course, a complete and total Sony exclusive. So that's awesome. Other cool stuff recently, you've got the previously Switch exclusive Octopath Traveler, Destiny 2, more. It just keeps coming. All that stuff has helped keep us entertained while we're still waiting on the big exclusives on the Microsoft side. And even better, xCloud is now rolling out to iOS devices, to Apple stuff, so that pretty soon, anybody with a smartphone, which is basically everyone, that has a Game Pass Ultimate subscription is going to be able to play their games not only on their console, but from anywhere through their phone at no extra cost for Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. That's just a totally impossible to ignore force in the entire games industry when you take all of that as a whole. Now, if only games with gold didn't suck now, but, I can't really complain.
It is definitely a strange time to say a PlayStation-developed game costs more on PlayStation than on Xbox if you have subscription services on both. It is a very strange place to be, and it's of course, you're completely right. You can't compare what PlayStation's offering to Game Pass. Just nothing stacks up. But at least in a vacuum, thinking of what PlayStation players have been dealing with, things have been largely the same getting into the PS5 generation, but at the very least, I'd say PlayStation Plus's games lineup each month has been a lot better. Definitely when they pared down the lineup of games on PS Plus from 6 down to 2, they didn't really find a way to up the value there or, keep the value the same, and for a while, PS Plus kind of felt like a waste with those games. But thankfully, since the launch of the PS5, we've gotten almost a brand new PlayStation 5 game every month on PS Plus as part of that lineup. Stuff like Destruction All-Stars, Bug Snacks, Oddworld Soulstorm, and Maquette. Obviously, again, it does not compare to the game after game that is coming to Game Pass, but at least taken for what PS Plus was, it's nice to see them adding a little bit of value. Of course, probably the closest thing to Game Pass that PlayStation actually does offer is PlayStation Now, but they really haven't brought that service into the generation of the PS5. You can play it on PS5, but they don't allow PlayStation 5 games yet to be a part of the service, and this really came to a head when they added Borderlands 3 and Marvel's Avengers to PlayStation Now, but only the PS4 versions. It's strange, especially to be in a place where there is a subscription service that does have a library of games and does span genres that PlayStation could really be bolstering, but it just doesn't match up to what Game Pass offers, and it's becoming painfully more clear as the months go on. Now, on the peripheral side, talking about things being a little bit the same as what we've gotten before, the PlayStation 5 launched with a decent amount of peripheral support, like a pretty good charging station that was kind of in the look and feel of the PS5's new, very ostentatious design. We got the Pulse 3D headset that takes a really great advantage of the built-in 3D audio of the PS5 and is really affordable, especially compared to some other high-end headphones, and, a few things like that, including the media remote, the one peripheral we've all been trying to actually get our hands on. And while we only had the single option for the DualSense controller at launch, luckily PlayStation has revealed that we are getting 2 new colors to add to the DualSense lineup. Those include Cosmic Red, which is a red and black colorway, as well as a Midnight Black colorway, which is entirely black and aligned a little bit more with past PlayStation controllers at launch. So those are 2 options that we know of right now, and Sony definitely loves to introduce new colors as generations go on, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is just the start. We haven't quite been able to get any sense of what's to come other than some PlayStation VR new controllers that'll be on the horizon, but that is way down the line. At the very least, third-party headsets are compatible with the PlayStation 5, so if you're not a fan of the Pulse headset but do want to take advantage of 3D audio, there are some other options for you. Unfortunately, I think the biggest thing when it comes to PS5 and peripherals is an advantage the PlayStation is supposed to have over Xbox, but just hasn't happened yet, and that is a more accessible opportunity to get expandable storage. PlayStation has said the PS5 will be compatible with third-party drives that, as long as they match the speeds of the internal SSD, players will be able to expand that internal storage. But we don't have information about what drives those will be, from what companies, when that will be incorporated into the PlayStation 5. We're just kind of left waiting, and that's really a big problem when there are only 667 gigs of available data on the PS5 at launch. That's maybe 2 Call of Duties these days. It really doesn't stack up to being much in the long run. And so that's already a problem we're getting to 6 months in, of a lot of people having to play Tetris with their game files basically on their hard drive. So hopefully that gets resolved soon, and I do think that will be an advantage the PS5 will have over Xbox, but as of right now, it really isn't.
Yeah, for now, Microsoft's got their 1 terabyte storage card. I've got one in there. In fact, I'm already onto it because these big games of this new generation take up a lot of space. So it's good to have, even if it's expensive. Now, since launch, though, Microsoft has added the new Xbox wireless headset, which is roughly an analog to the Pulse 3D headset for Sony. I really like it a lot. It's, I think, for $100, which is what it cost. I think you get a lot for your money. It sounds good. I like the minimalist design. And what I really like is that it can be paired with your smartphone at the same time, or any Bluetooth device, and so you can actually be chatting on Discord with your friends while also playing an Xbox game and getting the audio from your Xbox at the same time, which is pretty cool. Microsoft removed the optical port from the Xbox Series X, just like Sony did with the PS5. So we kind of needed this. It was a little bit of a bummer it wasn't there at launch, but now there is this good option, so that's really good. Plus, I want to give a special shout out to Microsoft for pumping out a whole bunch of cool new colors since launch for their controllers. I've got the Pulse Red one right here. It's nice to have something besides just the default black, so I appreciate them for that. But Jonathan, controller colors aren't the only things being updated, the consoles are too. Now on the Xbox side, the Series X actually hasn't really had any major updates because it hasn't needed them. Pretty much all the functionality that was needed was right there on day one, which is great, but Microsoft still added some good stuff. Most notably, Quick Resume has been improved, and there's a new optional suspend mode that can help speed up your game downloads, which, as we talked about, these games are huge, so being able to speed those up is always appreciated. And then probably the coolest one of all is FPS Boost, the backwards compatibility team continuing to crush it at Microsoft. There are now almost 100, as we record this, almost 100 backward compatible games that are boosted up to either 60 frames per second if they were originally 30, and some games even go up to 120 frames per second, like Titanfall 2, which is one of the best games of the last 5-10 years, which rocks. We've also seen Microsoft drop the Xbox Live subscription requirement for over 50 free-to-play games, which I do admit, that's more of a course correction than a welcome new addition, but still great.
Yeah, it's always good to see advancement like that. That was definitely something that happened with PlayStation finally allowing crossplay last generation. I very much understand. Yeah, the PlayStation is in a very different place because whereas Xbox sort of unified its UI across generations and made everything very familiar for jumping into the Series X, PlayStation opted to do a brand new user interface. And while it's certainly cool to have a new nice and shiny UI to look at launch, that means some new problems come up that maybe PlayStation had fixed on the PS4 even years ago. So we're in a bit of a strange place, but we did thankfully get our first really big PS5 major software update in April, I believe it was, and with that came a few important and needed updates, such as allowing support for 120 Hz displays, and finally the ability to store PS5 games on USB expanded storage, You can't still play it off of that, but at least you can actually put PS5 games somewhere other than the internal SSD. And there were a few other added social and interface features that really helped improve things that people have been having issues with since launch. But that said, even with that update, there are still a lot of things fans are asking for. I think, especially after Returnal, we're seeing a lot of ask for some sort of quick resume analogous feature to come to PlayStation. There have been things like wanting variable refresh rate to come, the expandable storage issues I mentioned before, and of course even just small things that have popped up since launch, like people are pretty unhappy with the way trophies are presented on PlayStation 5 because it's clunkier than they were on PS4, and it didn't need to be. So there's definitely some work that's going to have to go into the PS5's UI in the months to come. And so it's been really great to see PlayStation addressing things already with an update like that one in April and some smaller performance updates, both for the system and the DualSense since the PlayStation 5 launched in November. But that said, this whole span since that launch hasn't exactly been the smoothest for the PS5. Now, thankfully, there hasn't been anything that is as ubiquitous or widespread as the Red Ring of Death from the Xbox 360 era, but pretty much since launch day, there was sort of a whack-a-mole situation going on where a new PS5 issue seemed to crop up every few days, and so it's been hard to say what are the most proliferated issues that players have been having, how much of the player base actually saw these, but definitely one of the ones that we've seen stick around is DualSense controller drift. We've definitely seen some stick drift there that PlayStation is now facing a class action lawsuit because of, very similarly to Nintendo with the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift. That said, there have been a few other issues, such as rest mode bugs and occasionally downloading the PS4 version of the game when you wanted the PS5 version, but thankfully, again, nothing has been catastrophic across the board, but it's been a sort of strange, what's that new issue I'm hearing about today?
On the Xbox side here, Series X owners complaining here and there of controller drift again and random disconnects. But other than that, really, the console's been pretty much working as designed. It is quiet, it is cool, it is powerful. There haven't been any major OS issues, crashes, any other real problems of note that I've seen out in the community. Basically, I would say it's been pretty smooth sailing on the Xbox side. In fact, probably the best launch Microsoft could have possibly hoped for On the hardware side, outside of the very obvious and very frustrating and sadly very ongoing supply issues.
And there you have it. The first 6 months of the newest console generation are behind us. Of course, there is plenty more ahead, and we'll be covering all the latest news, releases, and more on IGN as well as on our weekly show, Next Gen Console Watch. Be sure to tune in, follow along with us as the journey of the PS5 and Xbox Series X continues, and keep it locked to IGN.
I doubt you could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance. The Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. Shattered by someone or something. Don't tell me you don't see it. Look up at the sky. It burns.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains, of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony. All stories have happy endings. But yours has yet to be written.
IGN's Summer of Gaming has officially partnered with E3 2021 for the ultimate team-up. From direct access to the major gaming press conferences at E3 2021, with exclusive gameplay and reveals, to exciting first looks at the hottest new games, IGN's Summer of Gaming has it all. On the docket today, Xbox is about to unleash a torrent of next-gen news for Series X and S owners, and hopefully, something to get the rest of you excited to boot. Microsoft recently acquired Bethesda lock, stock, and barrel, who are expected to be on hand, so look forward to some big news from them. Not to mention everything else Team Xbox has been cooking up across their increasingly interconnected series of platforms. And of course, we're all waiting for some updates on the games we've been longing to play all through quarantine. Is this the day we'll finally see what's in store for Master Chief and Halo Infinite? Will Fable make its long-awaited return to the Series X? Will Forza Motorsport come crashing into our screens at 4K with blazing next-gen speed? The moment of truth is upon us. If there was ever a time to hop into the Xbox ecosystem, it's now. And we're about to show you why.
Welcome everyone to IGN's Summer of Gaming. This is the unlocked pre-show for the massive Xbox and Bethesda conference coming up in just a little while. I'm Ryan McCaffrey. I'm wearing my Sunday best. I hope you are too. I'm your host, and with me to discuss all things Xbox are my friends Miranda Sanchez, Destin Legary, and Cam Hawkins. Also, by the way, in the chat, we have Jada, so make sure to say hi if you're in there. Thanks to all three of you for being here.
Bam! I'm excited. Let's go.
It's the best time of the year, baby. Let's do this.
Now, before we get rolling, there is plenty of chatter to be had here in the next 20-something minutes before we get to the conference itself. I just want to make sure that everybody at home knows that our Summer of Gaming coverage exists everywhere over at IGN.com, YouTube, social media, and now even on smart TVs. Yes, IGN is everywhere. And by the way, for additional content, check out E3's online portal featuring virtual booths, articles, videos, and more. Now, later on today, we'll be hearing from Square Enix and the Back for Blood team, not to mention the PC gaming show at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. That's 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. But right here, right now, we are talking nothing but Xbox. That is what we were born to do. So let's dig into some of what we can expect from Xbox and Bethesda today, and all the other huge first-party developers and third-party developers now that have confirmed prior to this event. Let's get started. All right, so to the three of you, I think the best place to start here is not just right into, okay, what are we looking forward to? We'll get to that. But I think it's important to recap for everyone just how many studios Microsoft has. So we compiled a list before we got on the air here of all the major studios that Xbox now has and what we either know they're all doing or what we think they're all up to. So we're just going to kind of take turns here and just catch you all up real quick. Just to, again, contextualize, this is how big Microsoft's first-party portfolio is. So you've got 343, of course, doing Halo Infinite. You've got Arcane doing Deathloop. You've got Bethesda Game Studios itself, Todd Howard's team, doing Starfield, which I certainly hope to see today. The Coalition, all but confirmed to be doing Gears of War 6. And Compulsion Games, they're one of the studios that we haven't heard from yet. We didn't hear from them last summer, so we'll see if we hear anything from them today. Destin, take the baton. Who else is out there in Xbox land?
Yeah, we got Double Fine working on Psychonauts 2. The Initiative, of course, working on Perfect Dark. id Software, we don't know what they're working on, but they have, Doom Eternal. In Exile, they have 2 Unreal 5 RPGs that they have been teasing. And Machine Games, Indiana Jones. Miranda, what else?
All right, then we have Mojang, of course, is working on Minecraft and maybe something else. They do some side projects every now and then, but for sure and forever, Minecraft. Then we have Ninja Theory, and their currently known projects, of course, is Hellblade 2, very excited about that. Project Mara and the Insight Project. So they've got a lot on their plate right now as well. Then we also have Obsidian Entertainment, and we currently know that they are on Avowed, and of course, ongoing with Grounded. And then we have Playground Games, which we know they're working on with Fable, finally confirmed. And then, of course, they're rumored to have another Forza Horizon on their way. So we will see what happens there. And then Cam, you want to round us out with the last few, which is there's so many. There's so many.
Yeah, so we got Rare working on Everwild, along with Sea of Thieves, of course. We got Tango Gameworks working on Ghostwire Tokyo, Turn 10 working on the next Forza Motorsport, Undead Labs with State of Decay 3, and ZeniMax Online Studios with The Elder Scrolls Online.
So yeah, I mean, there's your quick recap. Even that took us like 2 minutes just to get through all the studios of the known projects, or the projects we're reasonably confident about heading into this showcase. So there is a lot to get to. Now, let's talk about the games, of course, that we're most excited to see. And Destin, I think it's got to start with Halo Infinite. I mean, we know it's going to be there. It's just a question of in what capacity. What are they going to show? I would assume we'll get a release date. Destin, what do you want to see? What do you need to see from 343 and Halo Infinite today?
Yeah, so I would absolutely love to see a release date, Ryan, but I think what they really need to do is they need to come out and show us how they've improved the engine, because that's sort of the question left looming on everybody's mind. So if they come out and they show what the engine can do, just remind people that, hey, here is the Slip Space engine in action. This is what they showed when they revealed it, actually, and you can see it can do a lot. It's a very, very gorgeous piece of tech that they can utilize to really, really make Halo pop. So once they address that, though, I really hope they go into Halo multiplayer. I would love to just know more about what they're going to do with Halo. How are they going to be changing multiplayer? They've been teasing a new mode, but we don't really know much about it. So I would love to see that.
Miranda?
I want to see the Chief get the glory he deserves. This is Master Chief. This is a new console. They need to come out and say, this is what we've been doing. Exactly as Destin said, they need to show off what work they've put in. I think they have a great foundation. I'm really excited about what they showed us before, but now they need to come back and say, okay, we spent all this time and here are the big changes.
Cam, what do you want to see from Halo today?
I need to see more of the campaign. I need to see more of the single player. I think that's what 343 and Xbox need to do to sell this game. I'm not worried about the multiplayer. Halo has never had a bad multiplayer. So I'm even Halo 5, didn't have a great campaign, but the multiplayer, you could argue, is the best in the series so far.
Yes.
So that's what I want to see. I want to see, hey, this is why you need to be excited for the campaign, because when it comes to new Halo games, the campaign is what sells the game, I think, for a lot of people. Like it is one of those first-person shooters where you expect a high-quality campaign alongside its multiplayer. That's what they need to show. That's what they need to show. Like this is Halo Infinite.
Well said, my friend. Well said. I've got 2 words for what I want to see. Blood Gulch. Bring it back. It's in Fortnite, so to me that's a good sign. We'll see. All right. Now the other big ace up Microsoft's sleeve is an acquisition, that of course being Bethesda, and specifically the new Todd Howard and team game, Starfield. Miranda, will we see it today? Is it the closer? Is it the opener? Do they just come out punching with that? How much of it do you think we'll see?
We have to see it, right? Like, we have to have some sort of update. Like, I feel like if Bethesda was going to do their own conference this year, Starfield would be front and center. They can't show Elder Scrolls. That's maybe forever away. So Starfield has to be it. I know with the pandemic, a lot of things have been delayed and production's been slowed down. Very understandable, but I could absolutely see them saying, hey, we're Bethesda. We like to do this thing where we show our games and then they're out. And so that's what I'm hoping with Starfield. But I'm also hoping that it is not at the top of the show. I'm hoping it's somewhere in the middle, a good pacing, because at the end, I want them to have another surprise for us. I don't want it to be Starfield. I want more.
I like it. Cam, how about you? What are you hoping for with Starfield today?
Yeah, I agree completely. I want this to be seen as a new RPG that will have something that will stand out compared to Fallout and Elder Scrolls, that isn't just, oh, this is a Bethesda Softworks RPG in space. I want to see the world building. I want to see, I want to be able to get a trailer and get something where I can pick out pieces and theorize on what this world is about, what the society, the societal things behind it, what we can expect from a world building and lore perspective. Gameplay, I would love to see. I don't know. I honestly don't know if we're going to see gameplay today, but I hope so, and I hope that it stands out as a unique RPG experience compared to other sci-fi RPGs that we know and love.
Destin, you have been super excited for the very first officially announced Xbox Series X game, which is Hellblade 2. You think today's the day we finally see gameplay from that one?
I don't know about Hellblade 2, but real quick on Starfield, I absolutely think we see gameplay today. They overhauled the creation engine. I am super stoked on that one. Bringing it back to Hellblade 2. Man, they're working in Unreal Engine 5. They've been doing all these teases. The lead actress, Jurgens, has been doing all this behind the scenes stuff where she shows like how much work she has been putting into that character. And I would love to see anything else, like even a teaser of how much work that they put into Hellblade 2, I would adore seeing, because the game already looks gorgeous based on this footage in Unreal Engine 5. I want to see more. They might also talk about Project Mara, which is another thing that they're working on.
Miranda, in about 30 seconds, how about you? Where's your hype level for Hellblade 2 at this point?
Oh my gosh. This trailer that we're watching slayed me. It was so freaking good. That music, I was like, excuse me? I listened to that so many times after. I was like, I am immensely excited to see what they have for Hellblade 2. So I hope we get another like banger trailer like they did last time.
Cam, 10 seconds or so. Quick Twitter-worthy thoughts of Hellblade 2.
I don't think we're going to get gameplay if we get a trailer. I'm super excited, but it's on Unreal 5, so I think it's going to take some time till we see some gameplay.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, Unreal 5 has just gone out to developers. We know it's still in development, and so is the game, obviously. But it seems like it is finally time to see gameplay from Hellblade 2. So I'm eager to see that. Coming up in just a minute, we'll talk about the indie games we are most excited to see, because there's a quite handful of them. In fact, I've got an exclusive preview of Tunic on IGN right now. That demo is dropping on Tuesday. So make sure to play that on your Xbox exclusively starting on Tuesday, along with a bunch of other indie game demos that are dropping on Tuesday as well. All right, we will be right back. We've got plenty more pre-show for you heading into the big Xbox event coming up right after this.
IGN Summer of Gaming 2021 is presented by USAA Insurance and Army National Guard. Pursue multiple paths while you serve. Reach your greatest potential with Army National Guard. And by the Amazon original movie, The Tomorrow War, exclusively on Prime Video July 2nd. And powered by Duracell Optimum, the official battery sponsor of Summer of Gaming 2021.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need, no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide.
In a world with non-stop news about Marvel, DC, Star Wars, you need a show with accurate reporting, hard-hitting commentary, and
me, Akeem Lawanson, host of IGN's news show, The Fix Entertainment. Whether it's the latest superhero scoop, film fiasco, or anime announcement, I'll be here covering all the breaking movie, TV, and streaming news that matters most to you. Make sure to catch The Fix Entertainment on IGN for your fix of entertainment news. Let's drop it.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're constantly updating our feeds to bring you the latest news, gameplay, custom original content, the best user-generated videos and art, memes, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat.
What's up everyone, Sydney here to bring you a little update about the future of IGN on YouTube. We've been listening to your feedback and it seems like some of you are more into games while others are more interested in movies and TV. So we got to thinking about it and decided, why not both? Our main channel will still bring you all the biggest news, reviews, previews, and trailers to keep you up to speed on the most important highlights. But if you only want games content 24/7, head over to IGN Games. Movies and TV more your thing? Check out IGN Movies and TV. More channels, more of the stuff you love, more IGN.
We are back. This is your Unlocked pre-show, and we've still got a little bit more time before the Xbox Bethesda stream starts. So let's get back to where we left off before the break. We are talking about the games we are most excited to see. Now, literally during that break, E3 leaks, they happen, and I don't want to spoil anything that you're excited to see in the show, but let's just say we were talking about Starfield before the break. You're going to see Starfield in some way, shape, or form. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm not going to say anything else. You're going to watch the show and see for yourself. I actually haven't seen anything, but we get little birdies that pop into our ears when things pop up online. And boy, it's the madness before E3. This is what I missed. I love E3 so much. Sometimes including the leaks. It can be fun, although not if you're a publisher or developer. But anyway, the games we're most excited to see. Let's get back to this. I want to start here on this part of the conversation with Fable, which is a game that is very near and dear to me. I love the original Fable. Of course, it's Games has spun up a second team. Yes, the developers of Forza Horizon 5 are now the developers of a new Fable. And Miranda, we got that teaser as the one more thing at the end of the Xbox showcase last summer. And to me, it told me one thing, that Playground understands and gets the tone of this game. What do you think? Do you think we'll see Fable again today?
No. I would love to, but I think it's going to be one of those where they said, let's confirm this because it's been a long rumored thing. Here's what we're going for. Exactly confirming the tone, giving you like a nice little look at the design and like their vision for it, and then going silent until they have something big to show us. I think potentially the next big thing we'll see is gameplay. And that's what I would want to see next, right? I want to see that Playground can do a Fable game. Like, I just know them for, playing cars. It's like, all right, cool. But then can you do a Fable? Like, that's a big change. And I know we'll see some probably impressive weather systems, but I want to see what else they can do. And I think whenever they have to show it next, they have to show that as well. So not this time.
Cam, are you with Miranda on that one, or do you think that we might sneak in some little teaser of Fable gameplay here today?
I'm conflicted. I love Fable. Fable, like outside of Halo, is probably my favorite Xbox IP. I'm super excited for this reboot. I personally would like to see another CGI trailer that hints us of something regarding the stories. Like all the Fable games. Whenever a new Fable comes out, you expect like a good story. Like the first two games had great stories. And I think that would be a really good thing. Like, again, similar to Starfield and some other upcoming Xbox titles, just give us like some things that we can use to theorize, like, what the story might be about, and things like that. But, again, what Miranda said, Playground Games, this is something very new to them. And I feel like it might be problematic for them to release something and it's not ready. And then it makes people get worried, and that's like the last thing that Xbox and Microsoft need to worry about. So if we see it, I hope, again, it's in some sort of CGI fashion. If not, then we'll just wait till it's ready.
Now, Destin, the last major first-party Xbox game to be announced was the reboot of Perfect Dark from the Initiative back at the Game Awards. What do you think about Perfect Dark's odds today? You think we'll see that again?
Yeah, and you threw to me right at 11:11. Good timing, Ryan. I would love to see Perfect Dark. Will it be there? I think we get a teaser of Perfect Dark, and I am just so excited for this conference now. I think we get a little bit of a teaser. I think they need to show a little bit of something, but will it be there in a grandiose way? I don't think so. I think they're going to wait. I think that's going to be a big hit potentially during the Game Awards. And Perfect Dark is looking really, really good. All we've seen is the tease of Joanna Dark standing by the building and a lot of sort of conceptual stuff showing off the world. But I really, really want to see, even if it's just one shot of a mission or gameplay or something, I would like that very, very much.
Now, another one that's high on my personal list is State of Decay 3 from Undead Labs. I fell in love with the original as an Xbox Live arcade title at the end of the Xbox 360 generation. This is a game that it is the most unique zombie game I have ever played. It's a systemic RPG where it's all about managing the relationships with your fellow survivors. It is so interesting, but it's both the first one and the second one have been held back by just technical wonkiness, just bugs, glitches, and poor frame rates. And while State of Decay 2 has been continued to be worked on, which has been great, we have an announcement for State of Decay 3. It was the shortest of CG teasers. We really can't glean anything from it yet. I am hoping that now is going to be the time. Today will be the day where we get a proper look at State of Decay 3. Now, Miranda, probably the next first-party Microsoft game to release, it's probably going to be Psychonauts 2. Are you looking forward to seeing that today?
Give me a release date, please. Yes. I just wanted to say, hey, Psychonauts 2, because we've seen so much of it at this point. Like, we know what this game is. Be like, hey, here's a release date. That's all. That's all I want. They just flashed on the screen, okay? We know. I think that's a thing too, right? Like when you really know what a game is, and I feel like at this point we really know what Psychonauts 2 is. I'd rather have time on the stage for other things, just to get like a fun nod in some way, show the release date, and then like move out of the way for everything else that needs to go.
Cam, possibly one of the biggest, maybe the biggest pleasant surprise at the showcase last year was Obsidian's Avowed. This first-person, seemingly, Fallout New Vegas-esque, Elder Scrolls-esque game from the, of course, makers of Fallout New Vegas and Obsidian. Do you think we see that today? And if so, what are you hoping for?
I don't think we're going to see it today. I think that game is really early in its development still. And, our big RPGs like what Obsidian and Bethesda make, they take time. And I think that we should just give them that time to make it. Like, we barely got anything from that first trailer. It just get when it's ready, I'm actually get a release date in probably another 2 years.
Whoops, I have been muted the whole time. Here we go. Welcome guys to the channel. Today we are going to cover E3 and I'm super stoked. It starts in 7 minutes and I'm super stoked. I'm really happy. This is awesome, guys. This is really awesome. I don't know I can't even pronounce that. But this looks exciting, but apparently they just said something about Fallout, not Fallout. I'm always happy for Fallout news, but they said something about Fable, and Fable has been in the dark for a minute, baby. Yeah, I'm really stoked for this. E3 2021, baby, and we're getting huge Halo news. Hey, Halo. I'm really stoked, guys. I'm really happy to be here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I watch E3 every single year. Always good stuff. I think this one's going to be pretty, actually, crazy because this is the E3 after Corona. So we'll see what big heavy hitters are going to be pushing out today. But yeah, oh boy. Today's going to be a good one, guys. Today's going to be a good one. I'm going to live stream it. I don't know how long it's going to be. I should have checked that out, but I'm at least going to cover it until Halo. Oh, Elder Scrolls. This is the last time we got a peek. This is what we got.
What are you looking forward to? Let us know in the chat. I'm Cam11B. Remember the Army.
Okay. Yeah, this is good, guys. We're going to get some good stuff on E3 this year. Thank you all for being here. It starts in about 5 minutes here. Hopefully, I can experience some great heavy hitters with you guys today. It's going to be good. Yeah, I'm gonna watch until at least we get Halo. It would make me laugh if we get him like right away, and I'm like, all right, done. I'm on E3. No, but there's plenty of things. I mean, Halo is the heaviest hitter for me today, but I think we're getting there's plenty of I just stepped on my dog. There's plenty of other things I'm looking forward to in this E3. Apparently we got some, these guys were talking about Fable. So like I said, I'm a huge Fable fan. Especially I'm really hyped for that if that's actually coming. Yeah, let's go back to these guys and see what they're saying.
I'm interested in seeing more. I want to potentially jump in. Like, it sold me. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that Battlefield really hasn't done in a very long time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
Miranda, Elden Ring. We have to keep the audience happy by bringing up Elden Ring because it is probably the most anticipated game that's not a first-party exclusive somewhere. We got to see it. We got that killer game.
I think that's supposed to be our next Dark Souls, Elden Ring.
Do you think we get an extended
Dark Souls,
gameplay demo
Skyrim?
here on Microsoft stage today?
You know, that would be really cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're like, you know, all we can do is show this one thing, which is a lot. There's so much to dig into there. But I think asking for gameplay it's just too far. Asking for an extended trailer would be nice, but I don't believe it's gonna happen based on how they've been talking about it, or lack of talking about it, or showing it in any way prior to this.
Destin, do you share Miranda's pessimism on this, or do you think today is the day? Since it did debut on the Xbox stage a couple years ago.
Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you. I think we actually do get to see a little bit more of Elden Ring, potentially a short gameplay segment. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw more of it, because they had their big reveal on Keeley's thing. They're just not going to have another beat during E3. I mean, Xbox is the stage where it makes the most sense to talk more about this game.
Now, we've also had confirmation this morning that we're going to see more Far Cry 6. Ubisoft tweeting that out this morning.
Don't care. Don't care about Far Cry 6. Don't care. It's a copy paste every fucking time. Just like Assassin's Creed, but I do like Assassin's Creed a little more than that.
That I want to talk about for a second. Destin, I'll start with you. That is Stalker 2. This is a game that is a sequel to an absolutely beloved and critically acclaimed first-person shooter.
The dude has his Xbox up in the background.
Now it's coming to PC and
yeah, see, look at that. Yeah, it's Xbox Series X right in the background.
Millions of views on
I want
IGN.
one
Like this,
really bad.
I feel like it's
impossible to get
under
it.
the radar, even though it's getting like people are clicking on it like crazy. They want to see it, but you think we'll get a proper gameplay demo of Stalker 2 today?
Well, I mean, the last time we saw it, they showed like how the models can be changed very easily and everything. But this game has been a technical showpiece for Xbox specifically when they've showed it in the past. I do think
maybe we'll get some Avengers.
More Stalker 2 today, even if it's just to show off how gorgeous that engine is. You don't need to know anything about the Stalker franchise, but you can look at the footage that they have shown and be impressed by what they have managed to accomplish within their game engine. And people are really, really stoked for this game that are fans. So if you're a casual, you have something to look forward to. And if you're a fan, you are stoked through the roof for Stalker 2. And yes, I do think we see that one today.
Camar, do you agree with Mr. Legary here?
I'm not familiar with Stalker, but I have been following the sequels, you know, updates and things like that. And it is an ambitious title. Not in your traditional AAA sense, but I'm excited to see what that game is and jump in and play. I'm in.
How about some indies? Let's talk indies for a second. Miranda, I'll start with you there because I mentioned I sort of crowbarred in Tunic a little while ago because I am in love with that game. I have been playing it. Again, that demo is out for everyone on Xbox on Tuesday. It is a Zelda-like game where you play an adorable fox, but it is a full-on through and through core, like a hardcore Zelda type of game. Elsewhere in the indie space, I mean, 12 Minutes is out there. What are you looking forward to seeing on the indie side?
Honestly, but we know that Microsoft is a huge fan, of course, with their ID at Xbox program. They have coming. The Wild at Heart, which was an indie through that program as well, also published by Humble Bundle. And there's a lot of really great things there. So I just want them to give them a little bit of space, even if it's a reel or an event later that they have. I'm sure they're going to have some sort of like small section for that. We did see Ooblets on Xbox's stage, and that was another idea to Xbox game. It was just fantastic. It's such a darling game. So I do want to see more of those get the spotlight. And kind of on that line, maybe something with Game Pass. Try to champion those games a little bit more and say, aside from like this one Twitter account you have to do. So
Destin, the arcade cabinet is set to free play. Just press start. The floor is yours here for a minute. Anything, third party, first party. Give me something. What do you want to see today here as we get set?
Well, Back 4 Blood, I think there's been some stuff that has been said about Back 4 Blood online that we're going to find out about today. I would love to see that come to Game Pass. And man, just imagine how many players are going to be playing on Xbox if that is day and date on Game Pass. And just generally speaking with that platform, I would love to see just a whole bunch of stuff announced, not only exclusive, but also part of the Game Pass family of games.
We are just over a minute out. I want to talk about Forza Motorsport for a second, but before I do, I'll just remind you, stay with us. Obviously, just stay right here. We'll go right into the Xbox conference here in a minute, and then immediately after, we'll...
Sorry, guys. I was getting double audio. I was just trying to fix that.
Reactions to everything, so stick with us for that. We'll be with you.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat, guys. I'm super stoked.
All of the big announcements.
There's going to be a good one.
What is already leaked. But yeah, Forza Motorsport... I don't want to forget about this. This is a next-gen only edition. They are rebooting just Forza Motorsport, no number 8 on there. So they are leaving the Xbox One behind to dial out all of the power that they possibly can from the new console, and I cannot wait to see
Stoked, guys.
Motorsport. I mean, we got an
Halo is the big hitter today, baby.
But now I'm
Halo is the big hitter.
If we get a release date for that, obviously it's almost certainly going to be sometime in 2022, but I can't wait to see what a full-blown next-gen Forza Motorsport game looks like. And maybe we will also hear about Horizon as well to see what's going on with that. There have been a few rumors circulating about Forza Horizon 5, so we shall see what happens there. But we are about 10 seconds out as I peek out of the corner of my eye at my screen. So we're counting it down. This is it. Stay with us again. We're going to be live during the show. Come right back with us after for the analysis. For now, enjoy the conference.
Woo! Here we go, baby. Here we go. Ah, that's beautiful. E3, baby. E3. Halo. Alright, I'm so stoked. I bet E3 was a lot of fun when you go to it in person, huh? Alright, let's jump over.
20 years. That's how long Xbox has been with us. And like you, this is a moment I always look forward to. I love seeing the new games, crossing my fingers for my favorites to return, hoping for a few surprises. Most of all, though, I love seeing everyone around the world come together and celebrate what games mean to all of us. And I think this past year, they've meant even more. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for the support you give us and one another. Xbox is turning 20. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the friendships we've had that whole time. At Bethesda, we believe video games do one thing better than anything else. They transport us. Through art and technology, there's real magic when you step into a new world and can make it your own. We've traveled the worlds of Elder Scrolls, of Fallout, and now, for the first time in over 25 years, we're creating a new universe with Starfield. Set hundreds of years in our future, it's an epic about hope, our shared humanity, and answering our greatest mystery. It's a game we've dreamt of playing, and it wasn't until now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the team who's hard at work at home to make that dream a reality.
Dang. All right.
We're excited to finally share our first in-game teaser and something to look forward to.
Yeah! In-game teaser. Alpha in-game footage. Creation engine too. Okay. Call for After 25 years, they can finally do this, huh? It better be a heavy hitter, baby. 76 was not impressive. Okay, already kind of looks like Fallout, if you ask me. First thoughts, looks like Fallout already.
They say, the wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
Whoa.
What you've found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
Okay, this looks interesting.
Of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array full. Check. Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
11/11/22. What did that mean? Was that the date? I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Starfield. Xbox Series X, S, Windows 10, PC, Xbox Cloud Gaming. That is not gonna be an old gen. Xbox exclusive. That's a good exclusive. That's a good exclusive. I think that's gonna be a heavy hitter. And it's gonna be on Game Pass. That's good. Hell yeah.
It
all
is
Bethesda,
awesome
all
to share with you for
exclusives
the
are on
very first time one of the most anticipated games in the world from Todd Howard and the team at Bethesda Game Studios. A groundbreaking game. And yes, it's exclusive. Welcome to the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase.
Welcome.
I am
Welcome,
so
everyone.
excited and proud to be here today celebrating games. Because although it's been an incredibly tough year, I am grateful that games have been such an important source of joy and connection. We are committed to forging the next era of gaming, conjuring worlds never before possible, unlocking play across all devices, and delivering the power of games to everyone. And now, we get to share that quest with Bethesda, not just as partners, but as one team, united in bringing the very best games to more people everywhere. So today, we get to reveal more of what's to come. We have an amazing show, 30 titles, 27 in Xbox Game Pass, and of course, every single console title you'll see today is optimized for Xbox Series X and S, offering next-gen performance, speed, and features. We get to work with the best studios on Earth. Next is something truly riveting. The latest entry in the haunting and evocative franchise created by GSC Game World, Stalker 2. Coming first to Xbox Series consoles and PC. This will be a true
Stalker 2.
next-gen experience, targeting 4K resolution and ray tracing. Let's take a look at what you'll get to play when it launches next year.
Shoot it, shoot it. Alright, this one looks pretty good. Oh, this looks good. Stalker 2, huh?
Готово.
Ну и пошли они нахрен.
Спасибо тебе. Ты многим сталкерам жизнь спас.
Ну, давай, малюй картину маслом.
Okay, this kind of reminds me of forgot what game it was. Oh wow, this is good.
Вот поэтому я ни в какие разборки и не лезу. Не хочу пулю поймать.
Ну не знаю. Между аномалией и маслиной я уже лучше пулю выберу.
Stalker. Whoa. What the heck just happened there? Oh, what was that other Russian game? I can't remember. I can't think of it right now, but this reminds me of that a lot. What the frick?
Вот ты говоришь, а я прям вижу красоту эту. Не первый год в зоне, вроде примелькалась уже, а каждый день удивляет.
Зона надоесть не может.
This is wild. This looks really good.
Говорят, ты знаешь, где вход в фундамент.
Ooh, this looks good, guys.
Узнаешь мотив?
What is wrong with this guy?
Слышал? Вот это культура! А ты одно и то же по кругу лобаешь.
Сам же просишь. Нам из училища, если что.
Россия. Прошу прощения. Может,
Jesus.
вам пученое? Профессура. Они вам
I'm assuming these guys are gonna get like
найдут.
ambushed and die. I hope not, but probably though. Due to the fact that you're always alone in these games, your groups don't. Oh, what is that? What the heck was that? What the heck?
Да пошел ты.
Зря ты так с друзьями. Ты же его на вылазки таскаешь.
Чего-чего, а дружбы в зоне я точно не встречал.
Это верно.
Он мучился.
Вау.
Это хорошо. Он этого не заслужил.
А пулю заслужил.
Who is this guy?
Жаль, что ты так с ним поступил.
Мне тоже. Считаешь, я не думал, как обойтись без его смерти? Она не могла быть свободна, пока он жил. Зато теперь посмотри на нее. Нет, Скиф, я не отдам ее никому. Зона дала мне жизнь, новую жизнь. Жизнь, которую я готов вернуть, если потребуется. Я буду защищать ее.
Jeez, this game looks really nice. What the frick? Oh my goodness.
Охренеть.
Похоже, пора.
И куда ты теперь?
В Припять. Нужно с ним поговорить.
Удачной охоты, сталкер.
Okay. Stalker? Yeah, is that my name or is it like a special like crew or something? Looks really good. That looks really good. Okay, Back for Blood. We're getting Back for Blood. Back for Blood, gameplay, baby. Back for Blood gameplay. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Alright, alright.
We're surviving here. Rebuilding.
Left 4 Dead.
Surviving's not enough. We've got to fight.
What the heck?
We
That's
don't need
awesome.
to do anything. Alright, when was the last time you saw written in any numbers?
Oh, that's a sniper. Whoa! Ooh. Oh.
No rest for the wicked.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Uh-oh.
You're here. Come on.
Oh, nice. You can go inside buildings and barricade.
God,
at least I
love
think.
Mondays.
This is looking good, baby.
In paradise.
Oh. Alright, all the accessibility. 4-player co-op, baby. Oh! Oh, nice. War mode. Human versus zombie. Cool. Fun. Oh! Double teamed him.
Buckle up, buttercups.
We've got one shot. Let's make it count.
Over here.
Oh! Oh, what the heck is that? Jeez. Ooh, that thing was huge. Game Pass too? Yeah! It's really Game Pass? Nice. Alright. Heavy hitters, baby. Xbox console exclusive. I think this is. I don't think that's exclusive. I think Back 4 Blood's gonna be on consoles. Xbox Studios, okay. Is that your game or is it just an Xbox advertisement? Okay. Oh, from the band that brought you Just Cuz. Alright, okay. Okay. Hey, what's up, Zon V? Welcome to the stream, man. Just doing some E3 coverage today. Yeah, this is good. A lot of exciting stuff today. We're gonna get Halo and a bunch of other Xbox exclusive titles and such. This is gonna be exclusive. Really nice to see Xbox have more exclusives because oh god, they need them really bad. Just woke up. Okay. Yeah, I woke up early today because I really want to catch this coverage. I woke up at like 10 on my nuts. I thought it was going to start at 10, but the countdown started like at 10, and so the official was at noon here. But yeah, so we haven't seen too much yet. We saw Back 4 Blood and I think one or two other things. Oh, Elder Ring. We saw like Elder Ring, but like there was nothing really to that. And there was another thing, but I forgot what it was. I totally bad. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome to the E3 unless you want to go watch it by yourself. But I'm really happy for this, man. I wish you could be here to react to this. Hello, hey, welcome, Beans, the doggo. What is this? Okay, this is Sea of Thieves, right? Expansion.
On the horizon, a new danger is coming on the tide.
Okay.
And the one who might stop.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Thank you for all the likes. Much appreciated.
Now to see
yeah, no, I haven't streamed or done any content in a while. I've been kind of on a fitness journey, but I'm happy here. I could not miss this one. I could not miss this one. I'll be back, guys. I need to let my dog out. He keeps on yelling at me. But I'll be back in a moment. Just a little shift away.
Didn't realize we had company. Captain Jack Sparrow. But I suspect you already knew that.
Alright.
Because of the treasure.
Sea of Thieves, you guys excited for this? Oh! That's fun! Jack Sparrow's oh, cool! Oh, that's gonna make it fun. No, is this Sea of... Yeah, this is Sea of Thieves. It's kinda cool. See, add a story to it if you're not gonna add like a lot of like, you know, more... I'm so excited. Yeah, me too, man. Me too, I'm so excited.
Angry pirates.
It's fun.
And now, one Davy Jones.
It does sound like we're also getting the original voice actor, I think, too.
Well, I believe that now is the
I'm just forgetting a lot of names right now. I can't process it. They all look cool as hell. I knew I recognized something. Yeah, absolutely, same.
is a world that refuses to face the truth. Nothing lasts forever.
Oh, cool.
Destroy them!
All right. Jack Sparrow, but what movie is this?
I don't suppose.
Pirates of Davy Jones. Pirates of the Caribbean. So what? Are we getting like a Pirates of the Caribbean story expansion here? This looks pretty dope.
Sea of Thieves, eh? Bring me that horizon.
Jack Sparrow. I forgot who originally. I mean, I know who, but I forgot the name of the guy who voiced him. Oh boy! All right, June 22nd. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's worth a check. I mean, Sea of Thieves is not a big heavy hitter on mine, but I mean, that's fun. I think they add like a story expansion like that. Fighter game. Okay. It looks like we're getting okay. Was this Tekken or what was this? All right.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's not Tekken. It's not Tekken. Okay.
Let's do
Like a dragon. Cool. This looks like a Devil May Cry. A Devil May Cry copy, not a copy, but a esque game. That formula.
Time to call a friend.
That was so intense with the phone. Cool, different costumes and such. Awesome.
What the?
Yakuza. Oh, Yakuza. Okay, Yakuza. Was that an older game? Looks fun. Looks like a Devil May Cry ish. Probably not exactly, but yeah. That looks fun. That looks fun. Over the top fun. Okay. Oh, this is the games that we're gonna peek of. I still didn't look at Battlefield 20 whatever or 48 448 year 2048. Is this Battlefield right here? This looks like Battlefield. This is my first check of it because there's already been a trailer. I just didn't get a chance to look at it. I'm really happy we're getting like the Battlefield, and the vehicles here look really nice. Super futuristic. Me and the boys gonna get on this one, man. I'm gonna need a new console though, because my Xbox keeps on overheating. I can't play Avengers without it overheating. I might be able to fix it, bring it to GameStop, get it fixed, but oh boy, this is gonna be good. And I'm sure they're gonna have. That looks just like Warzone right there. I'm sure it's gonna be like Warzone, but with like drops and all that. I really hope it's not exactly Warzone, but well, maybe they might have a Warzone mode. But this looks really good with all the battles. Oh, looks fun. Looks like classic Battlefield, baby. We're getting back to that. Oh, we're getting modern vehicles. Oh boy. It's supposed to be a little bit in the future, like 20 years in the future. Oh my god! Natural storms! Now, is that like a Warzone storm, or is that just like natural disasters that happen in the map? That is so fucking cool! Okay, 2048. Oh, okay. Yakuza has been around for years. It looks so good! Oh my god! This is so badass! This is so badass! No campaign. No campaign. But you know what, dude? That's good. Because honestly, Battlefield always had a shitty campaign. Not as shitty, but like it was just like... Who really played it though, you know? It was just a little more replay value. But dude, if you're gonna put it all in multiplayer, I'm with it. This is the... Wing Black! Yeah! That's so cool! That's so cool! Oh, is my mic being funky? Guys, let me know if my mic is being funky. I apologize if I'm getting double audio. I'll try to fix it. But Battlefield looks so good. Sorry for clapping so much, guys. This looks good. What is going on with this? Is that how you win? Or is that how you escape? Kind of like Titanfall? Oh, a bucket of hallway? 1 second.
So, how was your day?
Oh, you know.
I have something to share.
When is this, my birthday?
We're having a baby.
Police, you're under arrest for your father's murder 8 years ago.
What's going on?
Shut up! You know what this is.
You've been lying to me all this time?
I should never have told
Give me
you
a second
about
why it's been
this.
doing this. I think it's my PC being funky.
What? I know I say this a lot.
We better, guys. Me back. Sorry, my mic lit.
Approaching the mother load. I can't believe I'm really here. Psychonauts headquarters. Look at all these gadgets.
The mind is the final frontier of humanity.
I'm ready for anything.
Time for justice!
The fate of the free-thinking world is in your hands.
I'm afraid that means the dead letter office for you.
The mission is falling apart. A psychonaut must always remember how to
Yep, I think it's a little bit better, but guys, let me know if it just... Yeah, I have my mic muted. I just wanted to listen to the playback real quick, because it's got to unplug it and replug it, but yeah, I think we're back. Let me know if the mic does that again, because I don't know what's wrong with this audio card in here, but it'll like be good, and then it'll like jump to like that.
Yes.
Mm,
And, yeah, it's a little irritating.
If I can find some bacon.
This I anticipated my mic being funky,
Going
but
to ignore that last part.
oh, 20 years for a sequel for this game. Oh, Psychonauts. Oh, that's why it sounded familiar. I thought it was like a remaster, but wow, it's just a sequel. 20 years for a sequel? Oh my goodness gracious, mate. Yeah, just let me know anytime, guys, if this
This is
mic
usually
ends
the
up
moment when I
doing it
say
again
hello,
to me.
and welcome
likes
to the
just like
Bethesda E3 showcase.
being terrible.
We love that we can
We're
share the
stoked.
stage with
Let's do
Xbox
this.
this year, and whether you've known Bethesda for 35 years or are just getting to know us, we couldn't be happier to bring you the latest on your favorite games. We started this showcase with my good friend Todd Howard, who gave you a first look at Starfield. Along with Bethesda Game Studios, all
Don't
of
put
our
him
teams
back on.
continue
Keep
to
that
work
fucker
on
off the stage.
projects that have been in development since well before we joined the
I won't be
Xbox
lied.
family. So rest assured, the games you've been expecting and hoping for are still in the works. And today, we're bringing
Thank
10
you all for
more
being here
titles
again.
to
Much
Game
appreciated
Pass
for the 3
for a
likes,
total
guys.
of 30
Heck yeah.
Bethesda games. That includes several id Software games, like the award-winning Doom Eternal. If you're looking for another reason to play it, Doom Eternal will be optimized for Xbox Series X and S on June 29th.
Oh, wow.
Powered by id Tech, this next-gen upgrade will be free for everyone who owns
Cool.
Doom Eternal.
Cool.
And on Series X, it will offer improved visuals at 60 FPS with ray tracing, a 4K mode, and an optional performance mode up to 120 FPS.
Ooh.
Or maybe you're in the mood for an RPG, like Skyrim, which marks its 10th anniversary this November. We can't celebrate it without you, so share your favorite Skyrim memories, stories, artwork, and more on
damn you,
Skyrim10.com.
Make it
Or
not stop pushing that
explore
shit
an
out.
ever-changing, post-apocalyptic wasteland in Fallout 76. Everything you love
Gert.
about Fallout games.
Give me some
Custom
more
camp
Fallout
building,
76, though. I'll
rich
take it.
storylines, warring factions, unique characters, places to discover. You'll find
Come
it
on,
all
we got a
here.
road map already.
In fact,
We'll begin.
Fallout 76 is now one of the most popular games on Game Pass, thanks to an incredibly welcoming and collaborative community. Here's a look at what's coming next in Fallout 76.
No. Stop. Stop showing me things. Alright, let's go back.
Brotherhood of Steel are the guardians of human civilization.
Alright, what do we get on 76? I
Fort
still have this
Atlas
game
is safe.
downloaded.
It came at a great cost.
The Brotherhood must stand united. The super mutant threat takes priority. This proves more than anything the need for our justice.
Man, they did a really bad job on this.
You're splitting
I do
our
apologize.
forces, Shin. The most important thing is finding everyone that has gone missing and returning them home.
Oh,
so it
gosh.
comes to this. I thought you understood what that insignia meant. You are no paladin of the Brotherhood.
Oops. Whoa, what was that?
I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
You must be,
the Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia and of the world. Your righteous crusade has gone too far.
While it may seem that we are fractured, I believe that we are now stronger than ever. This is a choice that can never be undone.
Still not enough to bring me back. Still not enough to bring me back. What do we got?
What the hell was that?
This is Fallout or we jumping to something else?
Expedition Squad Delta,
this is not Fallout.
report.
This is an older game. Oh, this is an old game.
Squad Delta, what's going on out there? Come on. This isn't funny.
It is Fallout.
I know you can hear me.
What is going on? Oh, these are Vault Brothers. He had a Pip-Boy on him. That was cool. Fallout 3. Is this Fallout New Vegas? Road to the Pit. The Pit from Fallout 3? Fallout 7. Oh! What? Cool!
The Wasteland isn't the only open-world playground with an amazing community. The Elder Scrolls Online from ZeniMax Online Studios has now surpassed 18 million players and shows no signs of slowing down. Right now, our players are enjoying the new Blackwood chapter, part of the Gates of Oblivion year-long adventure. We've got a lot more to come in ESO, including the conclusion to this epic story later this fall with ESO Deadlands. And with the release of ESO Console Enhanced this Tuesday, the game will deliver a true native experience optimized for the Series X and S.
I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm just, maybe it's just the MMO formula. It gets me. I don't know. I'm letting it's gonna take a minute. Waiting for my audio to come back. Sorry for the bucket mic, everybody. It gets me every time. At least there wasn't anything important. At least there wasn't. Sorry guys for that, that's how it goes around here. usually.
This holiday marks the 20th anniversary of Xbox and the 20th anniversary of Halo. To our millions of passionate fans, thank you.
We wouldn't be here without all of you.
Our goal has always been to bring players together, and for the first time, we're thrilled to offer our entire multiplayer experience to all players across Xbox and PC with no barriers. Halo Infinite Multiplayer will be free to play and invite more of you than ever before to become a Spartan hero. I'm excited to be here with Joseph Staten, the creative director of Halo Infinite. From helping craft the original Halo Combat Evolved to leading the fan favorite Halo 3 ODST, Joseph is a Halo visionary. It is so great to have him back with Halo.
Thank you, Bonnie. And hey, everybody. For us, and I hope many of you, Halo has always been about heroism and wonder, about fighting to keep humanity safe against impossible odds in a beautiful and mysterious sci-fi world. This is just one part of the Zeta Halo ring, the largest, most wide-open environment we've ever built, and we can't wait for you to explore it. The heart of Halo is Spartan 117, the Master Chief. In the next chapter of the Chief's story, you'll face his greatest challenge yet, but you're not alone in the fight.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here.
I'm muted. Dang it, I was muted. Sorry, guys. I was muted. Ah! Sorry, I muted myself.
It's enough.
Yes, my mic was off. Yeah. He just throws that. Dude, this is new. Okay, this is all Halo. This is Halo. This is our new Halo. Sorry, guys. This is our heavy hitter. Let me know if I get bucket, but if it happens, it's not a big deal. I can't have you guys not hear this one. This is the heavy hitter, boys. This is cutscene.
If you knew how you were going to die, you knew how you were going to die.
This is really cool, guys.
How would you live your life differently?
See, now, I don't care for that. He must have got that from a brute. He must have got that from the brutes.
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone.
Whoa.
She's been deleted.
What?
How? By you?
She looks like Cortana.
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then.
Whoa!
There's something else.
Whoa!
On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
Wow.
Of course, you can't have a Halo game without multiplayer. And on Xbox Series X, you'll be able to enjoy Infinite's multiplayer action at up to 120 frames per second.
Wow, guys.
Finally, I'm very happy to announce that Halo Infinite's first free-to-play multiplayer season and Infinite's story-driven campaign will launch together this holiday.
Nice.
A new day is upon
Multiplayer is free.
A new generation built to fight.
So there's gonna be a lot of cosmetics, a lot of buy. They're gonna be putting a bunch in the. Yeah, that's the way to do it, though. Halo's always been about the armors, you know, and they're gonna make a bunch of money off of that. Guns look nice. There's our assault. Oh wow. Yeah, yeah. Oh. All right. All right, baby. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, what was that? What the hell was that? You just reflected that shit. Oh, the abilities. Oh, that was hell of a stick right there.
Hello, let's do some damage. Skewer.
What? Oh. Yeah. That's cool as shit. That's cool.
Return it to base. Ordnance drop inbound.
All right. Oh, new Banshees.
The flag is ours. Please call at your earliest convenience.
All right. Oh, this is gonna be so good, guys. Oh, what was that? Whoa!
Now, show me what you can do.
Oh! Oh, the armors! Oh, the armors, baby! Multiplayer free to play and epic campaign, baby. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Woo! You know, I didn't think we were gonna get that soon. I thought that was gonna last one, and it's gonna be part of Game Pass. No, we got it about midway.
Evil has survived. A dark figure wanders in the east. He must be stopped at all costs.
What is this? Oh, this looks like... Is this Diablo 2 remastered? Oh, yeah! Alright! Oh, that looks good! Oh my god, is this Diablo 2 remastered? Oh, this looks so good! Nice! That's right, Diablo 2 did have those guys, huh? Ooh. The characters look way more defined and detailed in this game. Oh man, I gotta react to that Halo again. I gotta check it out later, guys.
This may be our darkest hour, but it will be your greatest moment.
We are going to play the crap out of Diablo 2. Yeah, Yeah, we just saw Halo. It looks so good, dude. You're gonna have to check it out later. Oh my god, it looks so good. I didn't think I was gonna like the grappling hook very much, but they did some tricky shit with that thing. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Vehicle like stealing and everything was really good. Okay, let's see what we're looking here though. Let's get away from Halo. I love Halo. I'll react to that again later. I'll put a video up for that. Hey, Gregory Fisher. Fisher or Fisher? Either one. Welcome to the stream mode of the chat. This is E3. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Is this Chivalry? Are we looking at Chivalry right now? I don't think so. I don't know what that's pouring down that way right there, bro. I don't think this is Chivalry. I think Chivalry already came out. No reason to be on like E3. I think Chivalry just dropped. My buddy just told me to download that today, and I'm gonna play the crap out of that with him. If my Xbox doesn't overheat, obviously, but yeah, we need those new consoles, baby. $2022. What was it? Oh, yeah, it looks decent. So nice. We're getting these all on Game Pass. I don't know about all of them, but we're getting a good majority here. Okay, following footage has been captured on 4K 60.
every hour, señor presidente.
It's not gonna look that good. Far Cry, don't care. Don't give a shit. It's gonna be a fun play, but don't ever care about the story. Never compelling enough for me to really care.
When I am dead and Yara is burning, what exactly is your plan? Hold hands, sing songs around
I think these
the fire?
stories are compelling for other people, but for me personally, I don't care.
Time you learn about resolver, Danny. To take down Castillo, a guerrilla needs the right tool for the right job.
Thank you for the likes, everybody. I'm confused by your question.
It's a stealth operation?
Sorry, you guys are just talking.
I got you covered. Taking out a high-value target? I have just what you need.
Oh yeah, I muted myself. I was coughing, so I didn't want you guys just like it was. You guys don't even cough. It's just unnecessary.
You wanna blow shit up?
So I thought I'd just mute for a
Juan
moment.
Cortez at your service.
But this is a good play, guys. This is a good play. I don't care for. I mean, like I said, I don't care for the stories too much. It just seems like an extra part of it. They should start making these Far Cries a lot more like cooperative, honestly. Like, instead of being like a one-man army, they should do more like squads. But I guess this is my personal preference. They would make more sense if there's more people.
Hey, whatever you need to get the job done, Danny.
Even if we had to have like an NPC companion, that'd be great. It's just this one-man army shit makes no fucking sense.
Next time I see you, I want to play with that crazy backpack deal.
I like how you resolver, Juan.
So do
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you guys are all cool in the chat. We're all having fun. We're all having fun. We're all experiencing this E3, guys. This is what's important. To see the games that we're highly anticipating this year. See what we might be getting that we didn't realize we were going to be getting. If that makes any sense. Yeah, we got some heavy hitters here today. Some heavy hitters. Some chill, relaxed games. I'm sure this ain't no heavy hitter, but it's gonna be a fun little flex game, a little chill. Oh, this looks familiar. I don't think I've ever played it though. Oh, this is okay. Not Roblox. Okay, I saw my fiance's little brother play it. Okay. This is not something for me, but this is a very chillax game, though. I can see where you can find the fun. I'm more of a Halo COD player. I'm more aggressive, but It's always good to get back and find a good chill game, and honestly, this is it. Slime Rancher 2. Okay, yeah, look at this. One of those chill, laid-back games. Thank you for the likes again, guys. This is a good one. I'm happy you all are here. Slime Rancher. Oh my god, this looks adorable. Yeah,
Welcome back to Shred-a-geddon. Here's a new trick. Let's go.
Snowboarding game? Snowboarding games are fun. SSX? I don't know if this is SSX, but SSX? Is that what it was? Or I don't remember what the name of it was. SSX snowboarding something. Stream. Super snowboarding stream. No, this is probably not it. But I mean, like, this is just another fun snowboarding game. I've always loved these a bunch as a kid, just like the Tony Hawk games. These are all fun skiing games. Oh, I used to kill on these games when I was a kid. Cheesy, you want to see magic? It's gonna be a fun game. It's probably gonna have a soundtrack I won't be able to play. Just kidding. If it's like lo-fi beats like this, it'll probably be able to be copyright free, but you never know. I'll buy this game. I've been really waiting for a really like a modern like snowboarding game. It doesn't look like it's really high fidelity or anything, but it looks like it's gonna be a fun, chill score grabber. You know, just kind of like the latest Tony Hawk. Like, oh, and snowmobiles. But I don't see the purpose. Why would I want the snowmobile? Oh, maybe he just leads you. Okay. Shredders.
Okay, this is good. This is good. This is really good. Holy sluthering whip whoop!
December, okay. Jill James, welcome to the chat. Hey guys, welcome to E3. Welcome James. Arain. James, welcome. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. This is E3. What did we get this time? Ooh, the soundtrack to this one's upbeat. Alright. I don't know what this is. See, this game... okay, this could have done without the music. Because this looks a lot more like... okay, maybe not. What is going on? Whoa, hey, this was a good game though, man. What the heck? What are you, a cyborg? Oh. Atomic Heart? Cool. Hey, alright. Babashka. It's all good. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the chat. I don't know what we're getting here. Is this like another robot game? Like Zero? I forgot what the game was. Oh no, this looks like 8-bit or 2-bit, 6-bit, 7-8. Looks like an 8-bit game. I don't know, a bit game. Side scroller. Hey, honestly though, when I was in more of like into FPSs highly. I'll answer your question in a moment too. I just want to check this out. Yeah, no, we've been getting side scrollers. I think they've been really popping. They're actually really fun little games, and it's nice. Actually, don't take a lot to really make. I'm sure they're pretty quick to come out, but they're really good, compelling stories. Yeah, there might not be like gameplay like COD, but oh, Generation Zero. Okay, I thought this was Generation Zero, but it's not. Oh. I think I might get this. I bought a few side scrollers like Inside and Out, or only Inside and Out, but Inside. And there was another one, Fears or whatever, Fears Within or something like that. But they do look good. I haven't played them. I mean, I bought them, but never played them. But I really do want to get into them. gonna be playing Chivalry 2 today. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. We've been going. Oh, I was gonna say we've been going live for 2 hours, but I put that on. It's been going on for like an hour now. I wasn't even here. I was out at breakfast. I was just getting everything ready.
Millions of players kept busy with crafting.
Okay, grounded.
Fighting.
Or grounded is it? I forgot the name of it.
Ziplining.
But hey, at least this game's getting like expansions and everything. Flying thing.
Now, to celebrate, we present the Shroom and Doom update. It gives the people what they've been asking for. Like sitting. No, seriously, a lot of people want to sit. Pets for when you get sick of your human companions.
Oh yeah.
And of course, mushrooms. But not those kinds. We've also got something that literally no one was asking
you would play this?
for. The Brood Mother. She's so terrifying.
Oh god.
You should probably turn on arachnophobia mode. Oh, even her blob scares the sh**.
What the heck? What the heck?
Go big.
That's
or
so
never.
Weird.
Go home.
Must feel like that would make it harder to play.
Oh, and it looks like we added achievements too. Nice.
Oh, they didn't have achievements before? The Shroom and Doom update. Okay. Okay. Among Us update coming. Okay. They sure could use an update. A map update, I do believe. I think it is. I don't know about that game. Oh! New ways to kill. New ways to murder. Oh. New way to murder. I think everybody's gonna have fun with this one. It'll get everybody to play this for a little bit, huh? Among Us was big for a while then, and people stopped, and I think it's gonna be big again. I think it'd be something worth streaming. What? Listen taught me? What does that mean? What are you saying? We're getting another, okay, what are we getting? We're getting like a story-driven game here. I don't know. I used to play, actually, like, a lot of old PC games like this, where it was, like, slide art or whatever, where it was, like, still art. Where, yeah, it was all super anime like this. Okay, that's different. Oh, cool. Oh wow, this looks half decent. A little adventure game, huh? Ooh, hey, the landscapes look good. 3D side scroller. Okay, it kind of looks like Final Fantasy here a little bit. That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, this is a little chill back game, huh? Is it multiplayer? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. Hey, I had to BRB early to eat some breakfast, guys. Guys, fuel up. Fuel up. I don't know how much is I don't know how much E3 we have left, but fuel up, boys.
You have shown an aptitude for applying lethal solutions to conflicted situations.
Fun. We're getting some good titles. Honestly, this ain't a wasted E3. This is not a waste. Oh, is it? Oh, another top-down. Another top-down game. I'm gonna love this. I love top-downs like XCOM. XCOM-esque games? Yes. Yes, absolutely. This is gonna be good. And you can play with friends, I do believe, yeah. Oh, July. The butt end of July, baby. Heck yeah. On Game Pass. All right. That's gonna be when I get down with the homies.
History is all around us. Those Those who made it have never been forgotten. Their daring choices echo across time, turning land into kingdoms and mortals into legends. If history was in your hands,
What is this? Is this Rome Total War or something?
what would you build?
I mean, looks decent. Oh, color coded. Hey, yeah. Wow. Oh, this looks fun. This reminds me of a game I used to play way back in the day. Oh, this is like Rome Total War, but this is like a little bit different. More building to it and stuff, but...
What will you be remembered for?
Ooh, this will be fun. I love these type of games. I love these type of games. Siege games. Oh, yeah. I think I primarily like to be the defender, maybe, do I? I think so. Alright. Create your legacy. Yep, those were, I think, Romans right there. Oh, this looks good, guys. Age of Empires. Ah. Has Age of Empires been on console for a while? Why have I not been playing that?
We begin by hearing an old, wise-sounding voice.
It's terrible. I still need to see like the
quiet,
original of that.
Peaceful setting. This will make our game seem big and important. Now, something must break the serenity. Will this creature be in the game? No. Say goodbye to it forever. Suddenly, and for no reason, people running. These pointless slow-motion
What is
shots.
this? Oh, what the heck? Little thrusters on the back of the
should bolster pre-sale numbers. That wah sound can mean only one thing. We must gaze over an epic shot of a world, and there should be lens flares. Now we see our hero, but only their silhouette, because the developers haven't finished the design. Or finished
This is not even gameplay. This is just a cutscene.
Finished any gameplay that's actually
So I can't even give it a solid like
in fact,
opinion.
the only thing they
that's
have
cool.
finished.
But I've seen some really cool like cutscenes with terrible gameplay. The outer that's Outer Worlds. What? The Outer Worlds? The Outer Worlds 2? What? What? The second one's already coming out? What? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Thank you all for being here. Much appreciated, guys. I hope you're having fun. If you're new here, sub, leave a like if you like what you see, and if you want to see more. Yeah. Alright, welcome back, Beans. Welcome back, Big Bean. Baby Bean. Baby back Bean. I think this is just a flying simulator. I think this is just Flying Simulator 2. I think they're really capitalizing on these simulator games. Flying Simulator. I'm sure there's gonna be like other simulators. I mean, it's not really anything like new or compelling, but it is nice. Like, yeah, some people really do like to bring this back, because I know way back in the day PCs had like flying simulators, but like you had to have like a legit like a control you had to buy for your PC for these things. So maybe they'll come out with some hardware also for these simulators where it makes it feel like you're actually in the plane, or you actually have the controls of the plane. So and they're really interesting, you know. These simulators are actually really cool. You don't really get to do much except for fly around and check out scenery, exactly what it's pretty much doing here. And I think the cockpit views are really fun. The sky is calling. It's Flying Simulator. Yep. Yeah, I mean, not a heavy hitter, but I mean, like, for some people, it's really compelling. It's really good for them. I see it. Yeah. Yep. I know a buddy that's really about these games too. But they're super chill though. They're not like, I get it though. They're not competitive. You're literally just sitting back, you're chilling, having a smoke, learning how to actually fly the plane because it's crazy. Oh, Top Gun. That's the DLC. Oh, Top Gun DLC. But yeah, it's a decent chill. It's a chill. It's not competitive. You sit back and have fun. And yeah, when I was younger, I really did enjoy those. But I don't think I really play a lot of it now. Okay, let's go to this. Okay, all these scenes are captured in game. That's what it said. This is in game. I don't know what we're looking at right now. I think it's Red Dead Redemption. Probably not. It feels like this is like Red Dead Redemption. Oh, Forza. Is this Forza? Oh, this is Forza. Yeah. Apparently Forza is also making another game, which is wild. I forgot what it was though. I was really compelled by it. Alright, car game. These games always push the graphical fidelity of the console every single time. And if you want to play these on PC, yeah, just push your PC the highest, man. Like, yeah, Forza Horizon 5. Yep, this is the Horizon series. I don't care for the regular Forza. It's just straight like baseline racing. This is more off-roading and yeah. Forza's already chill. I mean, that's Xbox exclusive. I've heard like PlayStation players actually like say they wish they had an Xbox just for Forza. I get it. These games are beautiful. Like, wow. And like they really do step up their game every single time they come out with one of these. Like graphics are always pushed every single time. Like Battlefield and like Forza Horizon, I know on the top of my head, those are the two games that push the absolute like possible graphic fidelity of these like consoles and PCs. Like, wow, really good, guys.
Hello, I'm Mike Brown, creative director at Playground Games, and I can't wait to show you what we've been working on.
What do we got?
Horizon is known for fun, freedom, and beauty.
Oh, is this like
this year?
Forza Horizon?
The Horizon Festival arrives in beautiful, diverse Mexico. This is the largest and most diverse open world ever in a Forza Horizon game. And there is no better car to explore it than the stunning AMG Project One Forza Edition. Rendered in unparalleled detail and with ray tracing in Forza Vista, thanks to the power of the Xbox Series consoles. I've invited along some of the team to help give you a taste of some of the amazing content that's waiting for you in Forza Horizon 5. Please welcome Bill, Maddie, Sierra, and Don from the Forza team.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, everyone.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
And we also have Abraham with us as well. He's one of the talented actors who will be appearing in the game.
Bienvenidos a México. I can't wait to show you what we've been working on.
Man, it must be fun to be able to like do voice acting.
Oh, this is a new campaign mode.
You know, it's so hard to get gigs like that these days, I do believe. I like
to explore new locations and discover places
people like
for the festival
I don't know, like I think back in the day, my buddies and I used to fantasize, especially the ones that really want to become voice actors. They like to, I think they like to say like, I would love to do, you know, stuff on YouTube or whatever, and eventually get noticed. But these days, you gotta really apply yourself. You gotta straight go after it.
I can see some ruins up ahead.
But voice acting is really fun, and oh my gosh, I would love to do it too. Especially in video games, you know how fun that would be to hear your voice. Even if you weren't even paid that much, man. That'd be so fun.
That's a peek at our adventurous campaign. But Forza Horizon has always been a game that's best enjoyed with others. Let's go and see what some of our other players are up to. The Xbox Series consoles allow us to capture every last detail, right down to the individual needles on these cholla cactus. The scene looks real, but there are no tricks. This is in-game. Maddie is behind the wheel of the AMG Project One Forza Edition in Mexico's lush living desert. The perfect place to meet up with friends and head out for a drive. Thanks to the next generation of our Horizon Live servers, everyone else we see here are real players. And it looks like Maddie has been joined by some other members of the Forza team.
Have we not been able to do it before? I thought we had.
Let's leave Maddie for a moment and head out to the coast and meet Don.
It's like an MMO, like.
Don is already on the move, exploring this idyllic
I mean, essentially, it is like an MMO, but
this
you're not like
is a
grabbing
recreation
missions,
of
you're just going
Mexico
around
that is
and
honest, authentic, and filled with love. Speaking of, hold up, Don.
Oh, hey, what's up?
This is a mural by Mexican artist Farid Rueda.
Oh, cool.
Just one of the many beautiful, faithful pieces
like,
of Mexico you'll find
and these
all
are
over
real
Forza
areas.
Horizon
Cool.
5.
Right? Or is it just like maps it? I think these are real places, yeah? I think that was
While
always
Don
the thing
drives
about...
down to the beach, we'll jump over to the Gran Caldera volcano. Check out this geology detail, implemented with precision accuracy using photogrammetry data captured on location.
No, I don't think Horizon. I don't think
Mexican
Forza.
volcano.
I don't think Forza.
The entire world has been recreated at this level of detail. And here's Sierra in her favorite off-road buggy. The volcano Sierra and friends are exploring is the highest point ever in a Horizon game. And thanks to the power of the Xbox
Like I said
Series
before,
consoles,
PlayStation players
from
would
up
always
here
tell
we
me,
can see for
they want to buy
miles
an
in
Xbox
every
for this
direction.
Horizon game, 'cause they are
In the
so
distance,
good,
we can
so
just
beautiful.
about make out Guanajuato.
Oh,
Let's take
they
a
was
closer
landing
look.
on them. Nice.
Guanajuato is one of the most beautiful cities anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
a great thing
colourful,
about
undulating
these games, is
city
that they actually
full
bring
of
in real
vibrant
places.
architecture. It even has a sprawling network of tunnels. And these twisting, turning, overlapping streets mean that as well as looking
I'll let
good,
it
it
drive
plays
that way.
great too. As we see here, as Don is challenged in Horizon's open world battle royale, The Eliminator. While Don tries to win that race, the rest of our players are still out exploring this diverse open world.
Cool again.
Let's head
one-on-ones
north
without
to the
people, or
canyon.
with people in the
The
middle of
Horizon
the
series
open
is
world. That's
known
cool.
for its uplifting beauty. And using our unique HDR camera rig, we captured 24-hour shoots of real Mexican skies at 12K resolution. And thanks to the
12K
Xbox Series
resolution?
consoles,
What the
these photorealistic skies result in lifelike lighting that dynamically changes every frame, making you feel like you're really there.
That's awesome.
Here's Maddie again. She's joined by Abraham and some other members of the team. Our players are using Forza Link, the new AI assistant that intelligently tracks the status of you and the people you meet online, and then helps you link up and play together.
Interesting.
We'll now head deep into the rainforest and rejoin Bill and the rest of our players.
Essentially, you
Here
can, like,
we
link
see
up
our
with-
new volumetric lighting system, filling the
I think
scene
I
with
don't-
God
I don't know
rays
if I fully
as the
gathered
sunlight
that.
dapples through the
I get
dense
it, though.
rainforest.
I think.
A Horizon arcade minigame is about to start. Forza Link knows that Bill loves minigames, so it intelligently prompts Sierra to invite Bill.
That was cool.
Bill
That was a
accepts,
cool
and they're
clip.
seamlessly linked together with their GPS route set. With
take
that
it out.
Horizon arcade
Take it easy,
minigame
Gregory
starting
Fisher.
soon, all of our
Hey,
players
it was
are
a
coming
blast,
together.
man. This is
This
E3.
minigame is called Pinata Pop, signaled by the Horizon cargo plane
see you on the
dropping
next
a
one, man.
payload of pinatas.
Ooh, over this way. Gotta catch up to you guys.
Our players now have to work together to find and pop as many as they can.
Okay, go up here to the left.
There's loads along the main road.
Here I go.
I'll take a look through the bushes here.
There's some between the houses.
Nice that there's little, like,
Oh, there's a couple more
little
over
things
here.
you can do like this. That's fun. That's
While the
fun.
team grab
That's
those last
actually
few
pretty fun.
pinatas, we're going over to the stadium because I have one more thing to show you. This is Event Lab, the incredible new toolset that allows you to create your own races, game modes, and gameplay experiences. You customize everything, right down to the fundamental rules of the game.
Some dirt
Forza
quality.
Horizon 5 is the largest, most fun, and most beautiful open world we've ever built. And it will truly be an astounding showcase for the Xbox Series consoles when it comes to
Thank you
Xbox
for the
Game
likes,
Pass
guys, again.
this November 9th. Thank
Much
you so much.
appreciated.
I'll see you all in Mexico later this year.
So we did get our Halo already. We did. Whew, I'm gonna have to cover that again.
Team Xbox is on a mission
Yo.
to bring the joined community of gaming to everyone on the planet.
Phil Spencer, head of
That's why
Xbox.
you,
What's up,
the
dude?
gamer,
are at the center of everything we do. Today, we showed you 30 games. 27 of them will be available on Xbox Game Pass. Now, through the end of the year, you can look forward to back-to-back monthly releases landing day one on Game Pass, led by 5
Please
new
push
titles
out more
from
Xboxes.
Xbox
We
Game
need more
Studios,
Xboxes, bud.
as well as highly anticipated games.
I don't want to
like
pay
Back 4
$1,000
Blood,
or 700
12
bucks for a
Minutes, and The
Xbox
Ascent.
Series X.
And
I
as
don't
we
want
look
to.
ahead to next year, I'm inspired
Come on.
by the creativity of Bethesda and Xbox Game Studios. We showed you the highly anticipated RPG Starfield coming
looks
exclusively to Xbox. But we also have some of the industry's best RPG storytellers working on Avowed, Fable, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, The Outer Worlds 2, and Elder Scrolls 6. We unveiled the stunning multiplayer mode for the world's most beloved shooter in Halo Infinite, adding to the roster
That's
of iconic
badass.
Xbox shooters alongside Wolfenstein, Gears of War, Perfect Dark, and Doom. We premiered the most epic open-world racing game, Forza Horizon 5, bringing you a vibrant and authentic depiction of Mexico in a game built from the ground up for next gen, while the team at Turn 10 is hard at work on the next Forza Motorsport. Our growing family of 23 studios is devoted to advancing the medium we all love. Xbox has been here for 20 years, and that's because of you. Our team strives to make Xbox a place where you'll find the greatest games, the most dedicated developers, and the most passionate community. Together, we all make Xbox the best place to play. Before I go, there's one more thing. Take a look at this brand new original game
Shut
from
up,
the
Phil.
Arcane team at Bethesda, the studio that created Prey and Dishonored. Arcane created something new for them, an open-world immersive shooter that you can play alone or with your friends. And like Starfield, this game will be an Xbox exclusive.
Alright, so what are we ending off here? Now there's a Bethesda. I think we just got done with Xbox. Now we're seeing Bethesda.
I'm gonna have to take you apart again.
Hey, Dev, anything interesting?
Ingredients exist too. Expandable, 25 centimeters.
I wonder what's going on here. What is this?
Go on, make yourself useful.
So, that was fun, right?
Earlier, what? What are they fighting there? Oh wow.
Sleep tight.
Whoa, what is up going on with his eye?
My time in the Himalayas.
Studies later, Dad.
What is going on?
You think they can't kill you anytime they want?
What the?
Asshole.
What the hell?
How do we always get into this shit?
What? What?
In the field in Redfall, Massachusetts. Behind me, we are witnessing clear signs of cult activity as the locals
These are
engage.
vampires.
Hey!
Really hope the video was worth it.
Everybody, fall back! People need to know what happened. Layla, with me. Get me on the roof now.
Thank you, Layla.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Jacob, don't even mention it.
Oh wow. Oh!
Where's the other
What
one?
is going on?
Where'd it go?
Give me a taste, bloodbag.
Bloody hell.
Taste this, cabrona!
Oh! What is this game? It looks so cool!
Ah! Jacob, there's something.
That one goes through rabbit's eyes.
Oh!
Oh shit. Dev's gonna love this one.
Ah! Woo!
Don't miss.
Oh! Alright. What is this shit? This game looks so badass. That robot's so cool. Get snack scrub. This is awesome. I don't even know what the gameplay's like. Well, I don't know, it's like a top-down game. I don't know what's going on. Get snack scrub.
I think there's vampire in this.
Really? What does it taste like? Be specific.
Like blood and death. And strawberry.
So
Here's a crow.
Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
What the heck?
That's a good one.
Do you think things will ever go back to normal?
Would you want to go back to normal?
Not if I still have to pay my student loans.
Damn. What the fuck is going on? Redfall? What if the world's got taken over by vampires? The sun or the moon was like terrible, like vampire fight back. Summer 22, huh? 2022. It looks decent. It looks fun. It looks like I don't think we got any. There's like no gameplay. Some game footage shown in cinematics. Okay. I think that's game footage. Oh, this looks familiar. Oh, these are all the games. These are all the games. Okay. Halo Infinite, Back 4 Blood. Okay. Okay. Okay, so they're just showing it. Okay. So is this it? Is this it?
Bring me that horizon.
If we can imagine what we can fall into the
It is almost 2 o'clock. This, I think E3. Yeah, I got other stuff I gotta do. It's Sunday, huh? Battlefield, baby. We're gonna get down on that. Diablo 2, down on that. Not that. Just kidding. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. They're looking pretty promising this year, next year, so. Might as well give those other titles a shot, huh? Starfield's gonna be good. I wasn't hyped for Starfield because I thought it was something else. Starfield, I just thought it was like the other field. Again. I didn't care for that too much. Alright. Ladies and germs. E3.
a world beyond.
Is that it? Thanks for watching. Alright, cool. Awesome. Alright, y'all. That is it.
Which block?
Alright, guys. Let me see if I can pull up a picture here. One second, guys. I'll get to the chat in a moment here. I just wanted to pull up a picture quick. How are you guys today? How was E3? Did you guys enjoy that? Was it good? There's a pretty good amount of heavy hitters there. Yeah. That was good. Let's totally get away from this. Let me see what's going on here. Alright, y'all. Thank you for the likes. I ain't got too much to say. Maybe I'll just like mute this guy and let him talk. But yeah, that was great. I had a really good time. Yeah, I know. I can't wait either. Yeah. Let me grab my cam here, move me over a little bit, but yeah, I'm super stoked, guys. That was really awesome. We got Halo. Let me get away from this guy. Let me just like look at IGN page. Too distracting. But yeah, so right here we got the Halo Infinite trailer. It is a 3-minute trailer. I am going to react to that. Well, maybe let's go take it to, let's double check at these. If I really want to look at the I want to look at the Halo trailer again. Since it's E3 day, I'm gonna wrap this up. There's a couple of things I want to see. I want to double check one last time. Probably just Halo here. This is the highly most anticipated one for me.
Many of you, Halo
I just
has
want to
always
see
been
it one more
about
time.
heroism and wonder,
And you like,
about fighting to keep humanity safe against impossible odds in a beautiful and mysterious sci-fi world. This is just one part of the Zeta Halo ring, the largest, most wide-open environment we've ever built, and we can't wait for you to explore it.
Yeah, this was really cool. Oh, is this? Oh, wait, are those? I think those are, let me double check.
This is just one part of against impossible odds
Okay, so
in a
in the beginning
beautiful
here,
and mysterious sci-fi world.
this is straight up, okay, so like, this is like an open, we're straight up like, it's gonna be an open world, which is fucking cool as hell. We got ourselves some UNSC Marines over here. A mongoose, which is really cool. This looks like, what is that? Whoa, this looks like a place to get guns. What do you call them? Like a forgot. What like a printer.
This is just
printer.
one part.
But there's more guys down here. So
of the Zeta Halo ring, the
This is
largest,
really cool.
most
So,
wide open.
what's really cool about this is it's an open world, and then there and there's gonna be NPCs everywhere. I mean, I'm not for sure, but I'm assuming this is like live gameplay right here, and I mean, it looks like it. But you're gonna be able to run around and straight up like I'm assuming help these dudes in like firefights if it ever happens like that or anything. Yeah, they're gonna have a little camp set up and you can go like talk to them and maybe like grab a little mission for them and like go clear out some like nearby baddies. Like,
an environment
I'm assuming
we've ever
this,
built,
like,
and we can't wait
if you look
for you to
up
explore
here
it.
when I think I don't know if this is more UNSC, but this looks like this is like a little like Covenant or Brute little faction here, and it looks like it looks like that's a Brute there with a hammer and a jackal and some grunts here. It looks like you might have to grab like a side mission from those little like Marines there, and then and then go over here and take these guys out to help them. I don't know if that would like officially change the map forever. Maybe, I don't know. It's not like an MMO where you'll do a mission and it'll like regenerate. I think once you do something, it's done in stone. That's really cool. That's the first thing I noticed when I watched this.
The heart of Halo is Spartan 117,
So like,
the
will you be
Master
able to
Chief.
fly a pelican?
In the next chapter of the Chief's story, you'll face his greatest challenge yet. But you're not alone in the fight.
Thanks for the 8 likes, guys.
The
Much
main batteries are
appreciated.
shut down. We're stuck out here.
Yeah, I gotta react to this one more time. It has been so long we saw any good Halo. It's this holiday getting close. It's nice that he checks at the guys, so.
Against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you.
Explosive.
It's
Okay.
enough.
I'm not seeing too much here except for dead bodies. And I'm assuming he's talking to the guy that we see from the last trailer. That's who he's talking to right now.
I need you to understand.
So that's Cortana
There's
talking.
not much time.
This really confused me. Like,
How would you live your life differently? How would you live your life differently?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you...
so what's going on here is, which I'm trying to understand, is she was another AI put in place lockdown Cortana, whatever that means. And then he was supposed to bring her back to the the Infinity to, I'm surprised the Infinity is still actually around. That's pretty cool. So that must be like a home base or like a place you can go back to maybe grab more missions or like just a home base, you know, kind of like a HUD. But apparently you were supposed to bring Cortana back there, but that's intense. How the frick? See, there's a huge time gap because it's like she was like God last time we saw her. And it's just, I don't know how they even managed to even get close to her, especially with all the Guardians and shit. So I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they've already kind of explained it in novels, but us, you know, the ones that, I mean, the hardcore fans, yeah, definitely do. But I'm a hardcore fan, but I don't really check out the novels. But I should because they're all canon. But I'm sure it was maybe explained more there, and I don't know if they'll really gloat on it or check it out too much on this one. But maybe they'll just let it go, and because I think they might have made a mistake and made her too powerful in the last Halo, and they're trying to like do something here. It is like I think like a not like a remaster, but it's a rethought out whatever. I forgot what they called it, but a soft reboot or something. But yeah, I think this is how they're gonna go about it. Because that got wild. But I'd like to see what they're going to do with this. But let's check it out.
Okay, then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
What was that?
Good.
Successful deployment, my deletion... So if it wasn't you... Okay, then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions change. They always do.
Are you sure?
I don't know. That's crazy. So apparently somebody deleted the old Cortana, but then maybe nobody did. Maybe I misgot that. But like, but then like she was supposed to get deleted. Like that copy of Cortana, the one I was supposed to lock her down, was supposed to get deleted, just so you know it doesn't go rampant again and the same thing goes over again. But then, like, something happened, so she didn't get deleted. So, I think that's the premise of this, is to find out what's going on with Cortana. Like, I think what's going on with that situation, because I think like it sounds like to me they're getting rid of old Cortana. It's just getting deleted, and then like a new Cortana, more freshly, more sane, back to more like roots Cortana is coming back, which sounds cool. It might be a little rough and like convoluted at first, but I think eventually through the future of Halo, it's gonna help it get back on its feet, because I think it got too big for its boots. I think, you know, I think essentially that's what happened. But I really want to touch on that trailer one last time. I don't think it's really necessary to check out the other trailers. That was the biggest heavy hitter for me personally. The Pit, which was a DLC for Fallout 3, which is awesome. Oh, she's gonna be a final boss? Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, and the multiplayer is gonna be free, dude. The multiplayer is gonna be free, which is awesome. And oh my god, like I can't even begin to describe how good that is. Like, not only like, okay, like the free part is like the minimalist part of it. Like, I would even like still pay, like, honestly, a little bit more. I'd even still pay for the multiplayer if I had to, but they're making it free, and so there's more like in-game buyable things. That's what I'm assuming, because like the armors look so intricate. I'm assuming there's gonna be so many armors you can buy. That's where but like you have to buy a majority of them with like real like currency. Like I think there's like a lot of them you can like just earn, which is fun, which gives you a lot of replay value and makes you want to play the shit. That's gonna make you want to play the shit out of it to get those cool ass armors and shit. But I think there's gonna be also payable armors, which won't alienate you from anything, but it'd be really cool. Like there was like I think like some Shonen or some like Ronin armor or whatever it was, or Samurai Halo Spartan armor, which that looked really cool. And I think that might be a pay to buy. But wow, I'm happy. This is gonna be good. We're gonna smash on it. I should end this. We're at 3 hours damn near. I need to get on with my day, play some games, and live life. Yeah, it's Sunday. I gotta enjoy it before I go back to the work week. I'll try to do a few more. I might do a couple of little like reactions to these, but I had a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Wow, this was awesome. Thank you guys for dropping by. Peace.